Playa, mujeres fumando. Mira, tírame plan y son nalgas de mentira. Tan brinda, que chimba, colombiana linda. Siempre con los ojos rojos de Cali, con mi amiguita Mari.
My head's in the clouds, can you bring me back down, boy? I need it. My head's in the clouds, can you bring me back down, boy? I need it. Need it. Need it. Need
It's not easy. It's not easy. That's what we've been telling the Passport Sisters since they started traveling and following us from country to country. They see us in solidified relationships and they think, hey, well, if those guys can do it, those are my neighbors. Those are the guys I went to school with. Those guys are my cousins and co-workers. Hey, if they can go to other countries and find love, so can we. But we're here to tell you, ladies, it's not easy. I know we make it look easy. I know you see us on social media, dating. I know when you're out there in other countries such as Thailand, Panama, Colombia, we make it look easy. But for you, because you have to be chosen, not because you're not a good person, not because you're not an attractive person, but because you have to be the one that's chosen, it's not easy. We're gonna watch a group of Passport Sisters, once again in Panama, telling their true stories of their dating experiences there. Other women that are warning them. We're also going to hear from one sister that's in Thailand and another one in Europe that are warning women it's not easy. But before we hear from them, shout out to all you guys that are here. Hey, we didn't tell them to follow us. I'm gonna put it out there now. None of us put out there for these women to follow us to other countries, including Panama. Now, to relocate because of cost of living, different lifestyles, and all those things, that's cool. But we never asked you and never said to you like, hey, come on out here, you'll find love. And now that they're not finding what they're expected, they're either expecting A, for you guys to date them in Panama, Colombia, or Thailand, or the Philippines. They're expecting B, or 2, they are expecting that the locals will date them, and they're not willing to date them. The local men in Colombia, Afro-Colombian dudes, are just using them. The Afro-Panamanian guys are just using them. They're finding out about that. And then the third thing that's taking place is this. Because they don't get the results you get, A lot of these women are a little jealous. And this is why they follow you around with cell phones and looking at what you're doing, because they ain't got nothing going on. I'll say that again. A lot of times women are recording what we're doing in other countries because they have nothing going on themselves in other countries. Shout out to all you guys that are here once again. Cologne of the night is Terre de Hermes. That's the cologne of the night, of the evening. Let me let the camera get into there. Terre de Hermes. Shout out to you guys. See, I've been killing this bottle. It is a very citrusy, lemony. It's in a lemon type of family scent. Really clean. It's a very fresh out the shower scent. Really good. Once again, Terre de Hermes. Many of you guys have seen it before. I like how the top goes up. The top just goes down for you to spray. You just put it back up. I like that. Shout out to you guys that are here with Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. Just got off the phone with the girl Andrea. She is doing great. Had a good day. Her and her mom went to church this morning, so she's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Let me scroll to the top and give a shout out to you guys. Shout out to my brother Don, aka over there on Andrea's channel. Shout out to all you guys that are watching from Andrea's channel. Let me drop the link for over there for all you guys that are interested in supporting Andrea and her channel. You can watch the same live stream, nothing different, and you'll be able to watch it from Andrea's channel, showing her support. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So shout out to all you guys. Yeah, that's a really good one. Yes, sir. Really good one. Shout out to my man D in the building. Appreciate you being here, brother, and giving a shout out to the cologne. We're gonna have a new cologne episode coming up next month, and I'm telling you, there's some things that's coming down the turnpike in the industry that will blow your mind. Where you like, what? I got to get in on that. Yes, sir. He said, let's support Andrea's channel by hitting that like button. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So shout out to all you guys that are over there checking out Andrea's channel, watching the same live stream. Johnny in the building. Glad you're here, Johnny. What's up? What up, though, Johnny? Being in here. Appreciate you. Got a great one tonight. Oh, the ladies. We love you, Passport Sisters. We really do. We're not hating on y'all. But tonight we pulling out the big bowl of popcorn. We pulling out the big bowl of popcorn because we're going to sit back and watch you ladies just complain. Some of the ladies say, I went on 2 dates. I went on 3 dates in Panama. And this is what happened. Shout out to my brother Kenny Peoples in the building. He's always sharing some great content that I can glean off of. He said, good evening, sir. Salute to you as well, Kenny. Appreciate you, brother. He said, you know, the average black woman or the ABW can't compete with the Panamanian women. And that's a fact. That's a fact. The ETW or the BTWs will crash out for what? Or they're crashing out for what? I'm just saying they on crash out mode, man. Shout out to Bobby Coltrane of the Coltrane family in the building. Bobby says, I took a Lyft driver with a beautiful Mexican 5. I can imagine. He said, conversation with that accent that I love so much made her a 7. But she has a son. After living here for 20 years. Shout out to you brothers out there in Mexico. And shout out to the Mexicans that are living in the States. And she could potentially be a crash out. Potentially. Hope everybody's having a great evening. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday evening. Let's give the first shout out to my brother David Dice of the Dice family. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He say, Dre, I think it's the same ladies who left Texas Rodeo and traveled to Panama to act like this. Oh my God, that is funny, brother. That is funny. The same ladies that were in Texas have gone to Panama to act a damn fool. I can imagine that. It's not that far away. I kid you not. My flight from Houston was a flight from Houston to Panama. And then from Panama is like 40 minutes to get to Cali. So yeah. That was a good one. Oh, you guys are starting off the gate with the jokes and the hilarity. Shout out to my brother being in the building. The real CP show. Glad you're here, brother. Glad to see you here. You say those sisterhood of chaos members are losing it. Absolutely correct. You are not lying. They want to control black men in the States and then want to tell them what to do in other countries. Ponder the audacity on that. He is not lying. He is not lying. Let me scroll down a little further. Yes, sir. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Iman Perry's in the building. Salute to you as well, kind sir. Glad to see that you're here. And my man Pharaoh, or ex-Pharaoh that is. Peace and love from the Philippines. Shout out to all you brothers out there in Southeast Asia that's having a great time. I kid you not, man. You guys are living your lives. Me and Andrea can't wait to get out there. We are counting the days in which we head out there. We're going to be out there for a minute once we get out there too. Because it's such a long flight. Why not? David says those sisters must have come from that nonsense. Oh, that was a good one, Dave. E-Man says, anything you can do, I can do better. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Y'all remember that song from the 70s and 80s? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Abstract Thinker being in the building. He said Panamanian chicks might be a go if Brazil doesn't pan out right. It's kind of funny that you would say that because one of the sisters was saying the exact same thing. She said, I'm going to see how dating is in Panama and decide on whether it's Panama or Brazil. So she was saying the exact same thing. Kind of funny you would say that. Let's get ready to scroll down. My favorite YouTube name, The African Wolf, is in the building. Glad to see you here. He said, can someone type the name of that cologne? Oh yeah, it's down there. Somebody just wrote. There it is. Terade MS. That's it. The H is silent. So it must be a Spanish. It must be a Spanish term because the H is silent. Yep. Good call, gentlemen. Good call. Teamwork. You say one of the best versatile color. It is, man. It is. It is a year-round scent. It is a very attracting scent. It is a bedtime scent, a sex scent, a going to the gym scent. It is really one of those scents that you could wear this at the beach. You can wear this in the big city. I kid you not. It is very much, like I said, you see the dent that I put off in it. It is a very, very versatile scent. You are absolutely correct, brother. You are 100% correct. It is. This one is an easy one that if you want to blind buy, you've never smelled it. It's an easy blind buy. It's a very citrusy, masculine, lemon, limey, grapefruitish type of scent. Yep. Once again, shout out to all you guys that are watching by way of Andrea's channel. Shout out to Don AK over there and Corporal ST over there on Andrea's channel that's watching. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys supporting Andrea's channel. Let me scroll down a little further because we got our brother Sticky in the building. Yes, sir. He says, about to be another lit one. Yes, it is, kind sir. Yes, it is. He say more stateside foolery. Basically, yeah. Basically, yeah. Shout out to T-Mac, my neighbor over there. Glad to see that you're here, my Colombian neighbor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to you as well. Glad to see that you're here. Matt Milliner. Glad that you're here. Hope I pronounced that right. It's Let me see how I pronounce it. It's now you're gonna have to help me out with the pronunciation. Is it Shamad Milner? Let me see if I could, because usually people have their names and it's broken down. So I'm looking at it's H-Mad. I'm pronouncing it incorrect. Blame it on my head and not my heart, brother. Blame it on my head and not my heart. Let me know how to pronounce it for the future. Once again, shout out to ST Corporal. Yes, that is. Glad to see that you're here, Mr. Jones. Glad to see that you're here. He said, let's go, Dre, with your big bowl of popcorn. Oh, we got the big bowl of popcorn tonight. You better believe that one. Oh, we gonna be the jokes that will be coming from this episode. The jokes that will be coming. I got the extra butter big bowl of popcorn for this one. These women, boy, these women, they swear that they could do what we do. Swear it. Shout out to Zeta in the building. Capital Z is here. Hola, fellas. Andre, hola to you, brother. Yes, sir. Let me scroll down. He said had to make her a no, Dre. I kind of figured that you were like, yeah, that's all right. I kind of figured you were like, yeah, but no. Let me scroll down, make sure I got everybody so we can get started. Jamon is in the building. What up? What up, dope brother? He said, what up, big bro? He said, in chat family, he said, these ABWs, listen up, can't compete. Those Panamanian, especially those Afro-Panamanians. Absolutely correct. I don't know why they keep going to these countries trying to compete with these women in their own country. He said passport bros are really the heroes in this fight. He said we force these chicks to play their last card. And what it is, last card is following us to other countries to see if they can get foreign men, which doesn't seem to be working out. Happy Sunday, gentlemen. My man Chalupe. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Really glad to see that you're here. And we got Andrew Craig Jr., that is. He said, I love my short time in Panama. He said, I want to visit again soon. Another ABW crashes out in Panama. Yikes. Yes, sir. We're going to have some fun with this one. We're going to have some fun with this one. It looks like it says Ahmad Miller, or Milner. If it says he says it's Ahmad Milner. Okay, cool. Now I know how to pronounce it. Now I got it right. Shout out to Ahmad being in the building. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, this is. You might as well bring your extra butter for this popcorn, the big bowl, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I might not be doing too much talking tonight. I'm gonna do a lot more joking and laughing tonight. Yes, sir. Salute to you as well, brother. Salute to you as well. Glad to see that you're here. Yes, sir. Let's scroll down. We got Tori in the building as well. He said, help you out, my brother. He said, it's the Mad Milner. Okay, it's the Mad Milner. Okay, cool. It's the Mad Milner. Now I got it. See, we all working together. This is a team thing. This is a team effort. Yes, sir. It's the Mad Miller. And this is the LJ, the Southern Vegan that we're talking to right now. Salute to you as well, LJ. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Glad to see that you're here. As well as my man, Tevin King. Brother that's always supporting the channel. Glad to see that you're here. Happy Sunday to you too. You say Andre and everyone. Glad I made it just in tiempo. Just in tiempo. Yes, sir. Yeah, I believe, you know what? I believe so. I believe so because every time I was in Panama, they had no problem with using the USD. I know Ecuador does. I think Panama still uses the US dollar. For those that know, let us know in the comment section, does Panama still use the USD? I think they do. Then it says this, after Houston and spring break, Daytona Beach. He said, how much worse can it get? Now, Panama, geez, L after L. They are taking these L's. Shout out to my man Will being in the building. Peace and blessings to you too, brother. Peace and blessings to you too. Yes, he says yes, Panama uses USD. Thanks for letting us know, brother. Thank you, gentlemen, for letting us know. Yep. I know Panama is excellent for banking, bro, and incorporating your holding company, your business. You want to incorporate out of the States, Panama is excellent. Excellent. You say yes, USD, all the denominations above $5. Okay, cool. That's a good tip. Good tip. All right, gentlemen. As I was saying, the sisters, bless their hearts. They're trying. Shout out to my man L in the building. He says, you mentioned the USD. Thanks for letting us know that, brother. The sisters are, yeah, it ain't looking good. The one thing that I can say that's a really good thing for the sisters, let me change the music up. Let me change the music. The one thing I can say that's good for the sisters is this, that the sisters are, a lot of them are starting up businesses and buying real estate. I can't, now I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. There are a lot of us that have passports that have started businesses online and offline around the world and purchased property. Shout out to us. But I'm going to tell you, when it comes, if you put it on the Libra scale, says the Libra, the sisters are killing us when it comes to buying property and starting businesses. I guess because, and I mean this, and it's not a competition. I'm just saying, I guess it's because they're not as distracted with relationships, so they don't, I'm trying to get this chord right, so they don't have a tendency to have a man that's focusing on them. So what do they do in their spare time? They're starting a lot of travel agencies. They're purchasing properties. They're purchasing Airbnbs to rent to each other. Something that we haven't done as men. The women, and I mean in quite a few countries, including Cartagena, I see that a lot in the city of Cartagena here in Colombia. Women are purchasing properties to rent to each other as Airbnbs. I don't see that often with us men. Maybe because us men feel like we might tear something up and then skip town on our, if they tear our Airbnb up. I don't know what it is, but I can't give them credit for that. I give them credit where credit is due for that. I see women are more business oriented because they're not distracted by having a man. He said, I did. You noticed I did. I had to give him some love. I had to reach in the back of the album crates. I had to reach in the back of the album crates, pull out an old school album. Hey, the Passport Sisters are at least doing this. You know, Dave, you caught me, brother. Look at this thing, he said this. He says, with all due respect, we don't care. We do not care. Now that is true. That's true. I feel the same way. You see, I had to reach in the back of the crate to pull out an old album. Because at the end of the day, y'all right. We don't care. We watch this because we got the big bowl of popcorn. We watch this as entertainment. Shout out to my brother Aiken in the building. Salute to you as well, brother. Yeah, that's true. We do not care. He say, what's good is the success. What's good is success if you don't have somebody special to share it with. That is a good point. They can only spend so much time with their girlfriends before their girlfriends drive them crazy. Zeta says this. He said the thing is buying homes when they want a family. We're more selective and decisive. That's absolutely correct. I can't say that about men. Men are a lot more strategic. Men are a lot more patient. Like I'm starting to see a lot more men that are having kids and are getting married outside the United States compared to when we did, right? When me and Andre got married. Here's the kicker. When you guys first started traveling, all the women in the States were talking about, when y'all gonna get married? Y'all said y'all was looking for wives. When y'all gonna get married? When y'all gonna get married? When y'all gonna get married? Men didn't even listen to that mess. Men sat back and remained strategic to where women are coming out here in these countries and are panicking because nobody wants to date them. Men have decided, do I want to marry or date the women in Europe? Or do I want to date the women on the continent of Africa? Do I want to be in Asia? Do I want to be back in the States or Central America or South America? That I can say about men. Men are patient and strategic before they solidify something. Women just want to latch on to anybody that want to show them some love. They don't care. You notice there's a couple of women, a couple of our passport sisters, and got pregnant out there in Thailand by the Thai dudes. They don't care. They'll listen. That's just proof. That's just proof. It's not just you men that are in the United States that can run through these women. Have you noticed that? I'm gonna say this again. Since there are women that are coming up pregnant, some of our ABW women are coming up pregnant by local men in these other countries. This solidifies that it wasn't us that was the problem with all these women getting pregnant in the United States by Pookie and Ray Ray and Nook Nook now. It was not us. Anybody could have ran through them. And as a result, you see the exact same women getting pregnant by local men in other countries, even if they have their degrees in their passport. They're using the same behavior that they said that it was our fault that they got pregnant in the States. Come to find out, it didn't matter where they go. They're gonna spread them legs. They're gonna spread those legs. Because they're moving too fast. And that's why I say, men, I can appreciate the fact with us, we take our time. We take our time. Shout out to my man Juice being in the building. He said, peep gang. He said they're creating businesses and buying real estate to have some leverage over local narrative and even governance. Yep. He says they're positioning to shut black men down in those local locations. But here's the part. The men in those local countries don't fold as easy as the dudes back on the plantation. Dudes back on the plantation will fold when they see a successful woman. Dudes in these other countries, as soon as they find out, and one of the women going to talk about this tonight. One of the women's going to talk about this tonight. She was talking about how much money she making, this and that. Them Panamanian dudes came like roaches to drain her account. Oh, you making money like that? Okay. That means I ain't got to pay for no dates, no condoms, no Ubers, no hotel rooms, no Airbnbs. That's how the Panamanian dudes look at it. That's how the Thai dudes look at it. That's how the Afro-Brazilians, Afro-Colombians, and the dudes in many parts of Africa are looking at it. Like, listen, you balling like that, sister, American sister? You got money like that, American sister? You can hop on planes like that, American sister? We not even paying for the condoms. You want condoms? You bring them. That's how a lot of these other men are going like, hey, one sister, she said one sister at the party was just a regular sister and the other sister was bragging about how much money she got. And them mothers came like roaches. You got money. Did she say money? Running off at the mouth, thought it was a flex. Andrew says this. He said, how do you crash out in Panama of all places, bruh, when you don't get what you want? When no women don't get what they want, they're not getting it in Thailand. They're not getting people to show them love in Brazil. They're getting used in Europe by the white European dudes. They're getting used in Asia by the Asian brothers. We keep trying to tell them, even black, I'm gonna say this again. There are black women on TikTok that have told sisters, go back home. If you're looking for a man, go back home. Now, if you want to be out here and travel and build a new life, that's cool. But if you're looking for a man to be with, like Kevin said, you say, go back to your baby daddy, go back to your kid's father. That's what sisters on social media are starting to tell other black women, like, listen, I've been out here for 10 years trying to date. Listen, ladies, hear me. These women are telling these sisters, I've been out here for 10 years, 12 years, 7 years. And they are warning sisters. The first sister we're going to see tonight, she tells other sisters, I got a warning about men in Panama. The first one we're going to see tonight. And she's going to be warning other sisters. She said, all it took was one time to get a warning. She said, I don't need 10 warnings. She said, I had sisters reach out to me and told me, when you get to Panama, don't expect this when it comes to dating. Don't expect that when it comes to dating. The Panamanian men will use you. The local men from America who live in Panama now, they don't want to be bothered with you. If they use you, they're going to use you for sex too. And she said, you're going to hear the first woman, and she's going to be warning women, and she's going to say all it took was one time of being warned. She said, so now I'm here in Panama. I'm minding my own business. I'm not out here dating. I'm having fun. I'm making friends. I'm networking. But I'm going to tell you ladies now, if y'all gonna come to Panama trying to look for a man, it ain't going to work. And she's giving them a heads up before she even got to Panama. Seriously. Shout out to my man Black Chairman in the building. And Cortez. Oh, we got 71 in the building. Let me shut my mouth, man. We got 71 people in the building. Y'all ain't here to hear me. Let's get ready to get started. Let me turn the music down. Let's get started. Let me move this out of the way, this message, and we're going to get started. Here she go. This is the sister I'll tell you about. She said she got warnings from sisters before she even got on the plane to Panama. Do not expect to find love in Panama. She said them sisters only had to tell her one time. She said, so when she got to Panama, this sister on the screen, she said, when I got to Panama, I sat my butt down. I wasn't looking for no love. She said, because the sisters who were already here had already warned me.
Hey, so I post across platforms, and I had a couple people reach out to me about connecting Black women with Panamanian men. And all I'm going to say is I am going to listen to this message, okay?
Okay, let's look at the message. The message says this. Now, this is a message from a woman to her. Now, this is before she went to Panama, and when she got there, women started hitting her up about, hey, hook us up with the Panamanian men. And she got a message. This was the message that she got before she even came to Panama. The sister said to her, don't do it. Don't do it, sis. Most of them have princess couples. In other words, they got somebody, most Panamanian men. They prefer non-Black women. Talking about you guys that travel. And I don't know what that is. Chalint. I don't know what. I don't see what that is. I need to throw my glasses on because I don't know what that is. But her point is that she got a message that warned her, hey, don't do it. Don't be trying to hook nobody up. Don't be trying to tell people to come down here for love, come to Panama looking for love. It ain't gonna work. We telling you now. Don't be bringing your ass down here trying to do that. Let me bring this back to the beginning.
Hey, so I post across platforms, and I had a couple people reach out to me about connecting Black women with Panamanian men. And all I'm going to say is I am going to listen to this message, okay? I only need to be warned once by a Black woman, And even if 10 black women after this came and told me it's not true, I'm not doing it. There's enough content on here from people dating with black women, dating others, and it being a mess that I'm not doing it. That's not to say I don't have people who have dated other people from the diaspora and it worked out perfectly fine for them. Okay. But there's enough that I'm going to say no. I'm going to gracefully step out of this. I thought I was like up in the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep. It was something that was on my mind because I had just gone out to eat with a friend who was talking about dating. 2 days in a row, I went out with friends who were talking, two different people, two different women who were talking about dating life in Panama. And so I had this kind of like ADHD epiphany. But hey, I'm done, okay? I'm not going to do it. I appreciate your interest. There are still women who will try. So if you are here and you run into a Black American woman, shoot your shot. Shoot, or there, because I'm not there. Shoot your shot. You probably have a chance, okay? That's it.
So she's telling you dudes, you brothers, because she's back in the States now. And she said, brothers, if you seeing sisters in Panama, shoot your shot. Because the Panamanian dudes, they ain't trying to get with them except to smash them. And the sisters that are going there are looking for something serious. And so she's broadcasting it like, listen, there are enough sisters that are lonely in Panama that you can walk up to one. And I agree with you 100%. The one word that represents this is why? Why would I walk up to a woman from the States while I'm in Panama? Except for giving me some directions. That's the only thing that a woman from the States can give me, whether I'm in the States or out of the States. The only time I walk up to stateside women is, can you give me some directions? That's it. I told y'all we coming with the big bowl of popcorn tonight. Shout out to Bruce B in the building. He said nobody wants that attitude. Nobody. The local men don't. Us dudes that's getting over there. Shout out to Chris. Yeah, Chris said no thank you. No thank you. Licky said, nah, I'm good. Appreciate it though. Appreciate it though. No, I'm good. Zeta says, we are not there for them. When did these women come to the conclusion? If you see an American, ladies, hear us out. If you see one of us brothers in another country, we ain't there for you. The closest we can be friends. You can hook me up with some of your local ladies. Like if you're an American woman and you got a couple of Panamanian, Afro-Panamanian friends, hook me up, be a wing woman. American women, y'all want a job? Y'all really want to be on Team Passport Bros, Blue Book Gentlemen, expats? You want to be on our team? Seriously, be a wing girl. Be a wing girl. You know, when you go to Thailand, you got a few Thai female friends that do your nails, do your feet. You met a few Thai ladies at the restaurants. Hook us up. Be a wing girl. Hook us up. You know, when you go to Cartagena, Colombia, you know a few Afro-Colombianas that's some cuties. Hook us up. You know, when we go to Panama, come on, girl, we coming down to Panama. You got some Panamanian friends with their fine selves. Hook your boy up. If you want to do anything for the black man, you want to see black love, right? Black love. Let the black man fall in love since you can't. Be a wing girl. The best thing you can do is be a wing girl. Shout out to Will in the building with the $10 love. Will says this. He said, black women date the lifestyle and not the man. That's a good point. If they didn't want you stateside, that means that you're a dusty. Stateside. I put the stateside in there. What's my point? If they didn't date you stateside, why are they fussing and cussing to date you outside the States? Why are they so upset to date you if you were a dusty in the States? You couldn't get no women based off of what they said in the States. You weren't a six-pack, 6 feet, 6 figures, right? In the States. That's what they said. They said in the States that they got their degrees, women are coming up, girl power. They said all that stuff, right? If it was all this was true, the mighty, mighty woman, hear me roar, right? Why do they get so upset when we, the ones who they call dusty and lame, zesty and all that, nerdy, when we don't talk to them or date them outside the States? You would think we would be the last person they would want to date. So why are they always trying to get hooked up with us, hang around us, be bothered with us? If we're bothered and we were dusty in the States, unless we were never dusties and they were just hurting and they were just trying to hurt our feelings, but they never saw us as dusties. That's the true matter. He also says this. He says, only when they see you overseas, just like I said, only when they see you overseas, they think that you are worthy. No, thank you. Be a wing girl. I'm going to tell you that from now on. That's going to be my calling for the Passport Sisters. Passport Sisters, your official job in this travel journey is not to be our woman, not to be our one-night stand, not to be our side chick. If you care about the American black love, you want to see black men happy, be our wing girl. That's all we need you to be. Go to these other countries, meet women, and bring them to us. Can you do that? Can you go to other countries, meet women, and bring them to us? Because that's all we want you for. Wing girls. That is your position from this day forth. Thus saith Andre, in the year of our Lord, 2000. I could put it on a scroll if you want me to, ladies. I could, thus saith Andre, in the year of our Lord, 2026, that thou shalt be the wing gal, the wing winch for the passport bros, blue book gentlemen, expats, insightful men, black expat men, and men that travel. Thus saith Andre, in the year of our Lord, 2026. We can put it on the scroll for you. But I told y'all there's gonna be some jokes tonight. But as far as us being interested in you ladies, no, we didn't get on these planes to fly to other countries just to have American women following us, and then we're gonna fall in love with American women. We could have stayed in America for that one. Shout out to MAB in the building. In the building. Shout out to my brother Cool It over there on Andre's channel. Glad to see that you're here, brother, as well. MAB says this. He said, I'm broke and dusty for life in the States as a deterrent now. Hey, baby, I'm broke. I'm dusty. Hey, you don't want me. I'm broke and dusty, baby. I got mental issues. You might not want to deal with me, baby. Huh? I ain't got it like that. Don't be looking at my car. My car ain't got nothing to do with us. I'm broke and dusty. For real. Salute to you, brother, as well. Salute to you as well. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. That is funny. Bronx is in the building as well. Bronx says this. He said, why would you take sand to the... I don't get it, but some dudes do. Some dudes do. I kid you not. You guys aren't lying. He said the goal of traveling is to get away from the Keisha. That defeats the purpose. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Like I said, they could be our wing winches. They can be our wing winches. If we want to meet women in other countries, yes, they can officially be our wing winches. That's it. Shout out to brother Ming in the building. Shout out to brother Ming. He says this. He said they don't want to be wing women or the wing winch. They don't want to see other women. They don't want to see another woman or women over there. They don't want to see us happy with those women. They don't want to see those women happy with us. But they don't have a choice. I have declared it already. Thus saith Andre, in the year of our Lord, 2026. I declare that they are officially our wing winches. Anytime I see a passport sis, I will ask her on behalf of you brothers, hey, you got some friends? You got some friends here in Cali? Or you got some Afro-Colombian friends? I got some partners. I got some partners that would like to meet your friends. Yeah, the wing winches. Seriously. CP says this. He said, they constantly are living in illogicalness. He said they literally think that we are stupid. That's the part. That's the part right there. A lot of times women think because we don't speak on the issue, that means that we're naive or idiotic or stupid to the issue, because men kind of pick and choose the topics that we talk about, and that's just in life. So a lot of times as men, we'll just sit back in the cut and don't say no. We'd be like, whatever, right? And so they think they won the argument or they made a good point because we didn't say anything. But women don't realize we just pick and choose what's important and what's not. And he's absolutely correct. Because we sit back and we don't announce everything, they think we stupid. They think we stupid enough that they can get on a plane and follow us to Thailand and we're going to fall in love with them. They think we dumb enough that all of a sudden we're going to have this metamorphosis when they get to Brazil and we're going to fall in love with them. Oh, woe is us. Once we get to Cartagena and see them in Cartagena, it's going to be like the love boat. It's not going to be the love boat. It's not Fantasy Island. They're playing. They're playing. They really think we're that stupid. They think that a change of environment will make us fall in love with them. See, they wouldn't fall in love with us in the States. We need to get these men and meet them when they go to Nigeria. We need to meet these men when they go to Brazil, Costa Rica. Once we meet the American man, when he's in Panama, he's going to fall in love with us. He just needed a change in the, no, baby, no. It wasn't the environment that caused us not to date you. We stopped dating y'all in the States. And so why would you assume that we would date you out of the States? You are the reason why we go on monk mode. Why would I date you outside the States, ladies? Now, I know some pookies. Now, mind you, I do know a few pookies that will date some passport sisters outside the States. I know a few of y'all will smash a cute passport sister outside the States. I ain't mad at you. Go and break her back in. I'm going to say this again. Go and break her back in. But what these women think we're stupid enough to do is to fall in love with them outside the States, to give them our money and our resources while we're outside the States. That's what they think we're stupid enough to do. Oh, we gonna smash. Hey, sis, you gonna get smashed. If you're a cutie, you gonna get your back broke in. But you gonna get your feelings hurt thinking that we gonna stick around and hold hands while walking through Panama. You might as well consider that one night stand just what it is, a one night stand. We ain't gonna be in Brazil on the beach together. That's not gonna happen, boo. Oh, if you cutie, you gonna get your back broke in. Yes, you will. But don't think you getting up the next morning in Rio and we walking through the beaches in Rio holding hands as Americans. Baby boo, that ain't happening. A one night stand is just that, a one night stand. I saw you, you saw me, you was horny, I was horny. I broke your back in for one night, American to American. And now I'm about to go to the beach by myself and enjoy these Brazilian women. That's how it is. These women think we're stupid enough to fall in love with them. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Shout out to all you guys that are showing up this recently. We got 180. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Bronx says, cause you you have your stuff together to travel, bro. That's another reason why they see you as valuable. All of a sudden they realize, oh, wow, he can fly out to this country and that country. Wow, he's valuable. Oh, now I'm valuable. So let's bring it back for all the guys that are just coming in. We're at the beginning. So this is the first sister, and she was the one that was warning sisters. Oh, well, actually, she was going to start a travel dating get together for sisters that wanted to be with Panamanian men. But then she got a message, and the sister who had warned her before she came to Panama, don't do it. Do not try to set up Panamanian men with these American women. It ain't gonna work. And so she said, all I need to be is warned one time. I'm not gonna do it. Let's continue on. So we're back at the beginning, gentlemen.
Hey, so I post across platforms, and I had a couple people reach out to me about connecting Black women with Panamanian men. And all I'm going to say is I am going to listen to this message, okay? I only need to be warned once by a Black woman. And even if 10 Black women after this came and told me it's not true, I'm not doing it. There's enough content on here from people dating with Black women, dating others, and it being a mess that I'm not doing it. That's not to say I don't have people who have dated other people from the diaspora and it worked out perfectly fine for them, okay? But there's enough that I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna gracefully step out of this. I thought I was like up in the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep. It was something that was on my mind because I had just gone out to eat with a friend who was talking about dating. 2 days in a row, I went out with friends who were talking, two different women who were talking about dating life in Panama. And so I had this kind of like ADHD epiphany. But hey, I'm done, okay? I'm not gonna do it. I appreciate your interest. There are still women who will try. So if you are here and you run into a Black American woman, shoot your shot. Or there, because I'm not there. Shoot your shot. You probably have a chance, okay? That's it.
If your number one reason for saying, I'm getting out of the United States and I'm going to Panama because the men here ain't about nothing. The men here know how to treat a woman. The men here want to play games. The men here don't have their together. The men here don't make enough money. The men here don't have degrees. The men here don't know how to treat a woman. The men here don't know how to go on trips. Any of those reasons,
Wow, that's a lot.
don't you leave the U.S. coming to Panama thinking it's going to be different. And
Real talk. So when I talked about hooking up the Black expats with local Panamanians, I had like 3 people inbox me and a couple people write in my comment section not to do it. It's a terrible idea.
That's the same sister, even though she had on glasses.
Now, I ain't one of the gossips. You ain't heard this from me. But there is a Black Panamanian that has infiltrated the single women and got them all kinds of drama already.
So she's going to start telling the story of an Afro-Panamanian dude start running through the sisters already to the point that now it's starting to cause drama in Panama. One Afro-Panamanian, just one. Did I not say that same baby mama behavior, they bring it to other countries? What do you mean by that, Dre? The same sisters that are sharing baby daddies in the States take that same mentality of sharing a man. Notice, those sisters might cuss, fuss, argue, but they will still give the Nick Cannons and the Futures that coochie, right? Now you got the women that have money to travel and passports, but they still have the same baby mama mentality, even if they don't even have kids yet. In other words, that share bear mentality. Now they're going to other countries and sharing dudes. It's so few of us in other countries that want to sleep with them. They are willing to not only share, but now, just like in Thailand and other countries, a lot of these sisters are getting pregnant by men in Thailand, the locals, men in Colombia, the locals. And now the women are sharing with that share bear mentality that I'm Miss Independent don't work. when it's time to share. So now, now the Afro-Panamanian brother, he discovered that sisters willing to share, and the Afro-Panamanian brother like, hey, I'm gonna get them all. He walking down the mountain getting them all. I told y'all I'm bringing a big bowl of buttered popcorn tonight. I told y'all this is gonna be a good one. Let's continue. Let's continue on. Let me bring that beat back.
Local Panamanians. I had like 3 people inbox me and a couple people write in my comment section not to do it. It's a terrible idea. Now, I ain't one of the gossips. You ain't heard this from me.
Before she gets to gossiping, shout out to my brother Dave with the super chat. Dave says this, and I'll get to the cash apps in a moment, gentlemen, the cash app and the PayPal. He says the best analogy to use is when rappers leave the hood and never see the smart ones still live there. That's true. And still live there. They move to quality locations. The smart ones move to quality locations. That's best comparison. That's the best comparison to the sisters we leave y'all behind. Absolutely correct. That's a great comparison. Great comparison. That some of these dudes become successful, they stay in the hood, and some of us realize, hey, being in the hood is not worth it, and we let it go. Let's continue on. Okay, she just said, I ain't one to gossip.
But there is a Black Panamanian that has infiltrated the single women and got them all kinds of drama.
Shout out to that Black Panamanian that's running through them stateside sisters in Panama. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let it go. Let it go.
Already. Like, so apparently he was with an American Black girl at a party, at her birthday party, where he meets another American Black girl who she leads with how much money she makes by talking about how much she pays for rent, because she's overpaying for her rent and she's overpaying for her nanny. And so she leads with that. So he sees that he can, upgrade on the set. And look, I am not mad at this man. You come up wherever you can come up. If you see a sucker, you lick it.
Okay, here we go. Check it out. Like what she said, if you see a sucker, you lick it. So the Panamanian dude we're in Panama. When this is happening. This sister was the one that was at the beginning of the video that was saying, I am not going to start a Panamanian dating group. I know you guys want me to, but I'm not going to do it. And so she tells, I know, right? Right, Marcus? Crazy for real. So she's telling the story of they're at one of the ladies' birthday parties in Panama. Everybody having a good time. The Afro-Panamanian sees another American chick. This American chick, he don't care about the girl who he came with, the birthday girl. He already smashing her. He walks over to this other American chick that's at her birthday party. Let's hook up. What's going on? The other American chick start bragging about how much she paid for her apartment in Panama, how much money she paying her nanny. The same thing that they tell men don't do. Don't lead with your money. The same thing that they tell us men not to do. Don't lead with your money. These women go into other countries and they are leading with their money. So the Panamanian dude like F the birthday girl. I told y'all to get your big popcorn out. I told y'all to get your big popcorn out tonight. So now the Panamanian dude, he done went over to the woman bragging about the money. I'm about to come up. You got to get mine and be mine. Panamanian dude said, you got to get mine and be mine. Yes, sir. My man Player in the building. He said they literally go out their way to speak outside the U.S. Nah, sister. He said you can all stay there at the Houston Radio Rodeo and continue to show the world who you really are. Panama cats, get your green cards. Yes, sir. Like the one sister just said, I ain't mad at you. When you see see a sucker, lick it. Lick it. He says this. He said, I guess no one told these Sisters of Chaos members no child support in these various countries. And I kid you not, man. I need to just go ahead and do a show on the sisters getting pregnant in these other countries, because this is starting to become more and more common. So as you hear me say this, I'll be running across content. I just haven't made a video about it. These sisters are literally going to these other countries, getting knocked up by these men in foreign countries. No ring, no marriage, not even a boyfriend. One night stand and getting knocked. So when they talk about they're different from the women in the States that got a bunch of baby daddies, no, they ain't. They're the exact same women. They just got a passport and they're traveling now. And now they're getting pregnant by foreign men. And that's very prevalent now, very common. Absolutely correct. He said they again think we stupid. And they think that the Panamanian dudes are stupid. They think the Panamanian dudes are stupid, but them dudes, they playing the game. Shout out to Mike King in the building. Mike says this. He said the women leading with money is overpaid for her nanny. So that means that she a baby mama. I caught that. That means that she a baby mama that moved her child from the United States to Panama, thinking that she go get a man if she leave with her money, brag about her nanny, brag about her apartment. Just think about it. And she letting the Panamanian dude know, hey, you come get this coochie anytime you want. I got a nanny. I got enough to wherever you want, big boy. I got a nanny. Straight raw dogging it. Yep. Overseas. He said, Dre, I'm so glad you're doing this show. Shout out to Dr. Kenneth in the building. Let's bring that beat back. I know, once again, I know you guys aren't here to hear me. And shout out to all you guys that are watching from Andrea's channel as well. Let me bring this back just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So apparently he was with an American black girl at a party, at her birthday party, where he meets another American black girl who she leads with how much money she makes by talking about how much she pays for, because she's overpaying for her rent and she's overpaying for her nanny. And so she leads with that. So he sees that he can, upgrade on the, and look, I am not mad at this man. You come up wherever you can come up. If you see a sucker, you lick it. So he done jumped from his girlfriend at her birthday party to another American girl, and this bitch took the bait. So she is messing with this man. And so look, let me say this. After I made the post and I was corrected by so many people, and all of them was locals, like all of them was Panamanian. I think I had like 3 Panamanians in my inbox. And the one young lady Panamanian on my comment section, like, girl, don't do it. I went back and I told the two main women that are my friends. I know. Okay. Like the Black American group is big. Like our group I told you about has grown to 100 people now. We have 100 people in that group, but that's small considering. I went back and told the 2 ladies who were trying to date in Panama, like, what I've been told by the local folk is you don't want to get involved with those men unless you just want to get your rocks off, which do whatever you want to do. And let me say this, all of these women are over 40.
Now, mind you, she talking about all the stateside sisters that's going down there. I told y'all, get your big bowl of popcorn with the extra butter out tonight. She ain't talking about Panamanian women. She is literally talking about sisters from the States, over 40, leading with money, sharing men in Panama. Didn't they say they mature faster than we do? I thought they said they mature faster than we do. I thought they said they were winning and we were getting L's in these other countries. And this sister right here is just laughing her heart out. She got the big bowl of popcorn out. She laughing. She got the big, let me bring that beat back. She got the big bowl of popcorn out tonight. She said, I ain't one to gossip. she Benedict Arnold on her passport sisters. She snitching on the passport sisters. She straight snitching on her own sisters, man. Shout out to T-Mac on the Cash App, man, with the $10 love, man. I appreciate you. Shout out to T-Mac on the Cash App. Man, straight snitching. Holding the snitchathon. She like Lou Rawls back in the day. Jerry Lewis snitching. She holding a telethon. She telling it all. Here we go.
American black girl at a party, at her birthday party, where he meets another American black girl who she leads with how much money she makes, about how much she pays for rent, because she's overpaying for her rent and she's overpaying for her nanny. And so she leads with that. So he sees that he can, upgrade on the, and look, I am not mad at this man. You come up wherever you can come up. If you see a sucker, you lick it. So he done jumped from his girlfriend at her birthday party to another American girl, and this bitch took the bait. So she is messing with this man. Yeah. And so look, let me say this. After I made the post and I was corrected by so many people, and all of them was locals, like all of them was Panamanian. I think I had like 3 Panamanians in my inbox.
So now the Panamanian women gave her this advice that she's about to say.
And the one young lady Panamanian on my comment section, like, girl, don't do it. I went back and I told the two main women that are my friends. I know. Okay. Like the Black American group is big. Like our group I told you about has grown to 100 people now. We have 100 people in that group, but that's small considering. I went back and told the 2 ladies who were trying to date in Panama, like, what I've been told by the local folk is you don't want to get involved with those men unless you just want to get your rocks off, which do whatever you want to do. And let me say this, all of these women are over 40. So if you want to play stupid for these men, that's why I'm not mad at that man. You got to come up somehow. And if you got to come up off your back, look, I know I left this post up here, but I definitely told them that I had been warned not to do this, okay? But they do what they do.
Let's talk navigating the dating world in Panama. So I have a few girlfriends who are navigating the dating world, and
so she's just like the other lady is going to speak from the perspective of not just her story, but the story of a lot of sisters, the passport sisters that are in Panama. So she's speaking not just from herself, but from the perspective of a lot more women that are in Panama.
There were 2 main things that came up, 2 themes. One is the language barrier. Everybody I know is taking Spanish classes or Spanish lessons, but learning a new language takes time. So calm down, all the people in my comments. Secondly is the pay disparity, which I've been on the side of American TikTok where young women, well, not even that young, are saying they don't do coffee dates. You can't take them on a cheap date. You need to take them on a real date that can, in the United States, cost hundreds of dollars. And most women who move out of the country are pretty well off. But these ladies have been like, they don't have to make what I make. I understand what I'm getting into. But it's access to it, because Panama also has a very low divorce rate. And I'm talking about ladies in their 40s and up. So that's about the time most people are married. So I feel like that may be a bigger problem, but I'm wondering if I put together a mixer to get some singles, 40s and up, men, because I feel like it's easier for men to find a female partner. So I'm trying to find a partner for my female friends. Would you all come? Could I do this like Zoom? I know everybody's across Panama.
Now, mind you, poor baby. This sister is trying to do Shout for you guys supporting by way of Patreon as well. This sister is trying to do what the other sister was warned not to do. The other sister was warned not to put together mixers, not to put together dating groups. The Panamanian women were hitting the other sister up in her DMs. Don't you do it, girl. That's a no-no. The local Panamanians told her, don't do it for these foreign American women. I know these your sisterhood, but I'm telling you now, it's a waste of time. Then here comes this next sister right here who's talking about, should I put together a mixer? I guess she ain't got the memo. Hell no, you shouldn't have put together no mixer. Yes, sir. I'm glad that you're here. Shout out to Rico being in the building. Glad to see you're here. Hard head, make a soft tail. Absolutely correct. Let's continue on, gentlemen. Hard head, make a soft tail.
And I'm specifically talking about Black females because these are the women that I know that are single. So, yeah, you have to be interested in Black females. I don't know any others other than Black women that are single out here. That's the majority of the people in my circle in Panama. So would you come?
It doesn't look like an issue with Black men in Panama. But she's saying all the people that she know, Black women are single in Panama. And it's the same thing in other countries.
If there was something, would you come? Because I see a lot of really handsome men in my comments. Would you come?
Let's watch this video.
Was dated men internationally for the last year and a half.
So now you got these passport women doing their thing. You got these women traveling overseas looking for love since they can't find nobody here in America. It's funny how they cloning the passport bros for doing what they do. But you got these women copying us and traveling and trying to find love overseas.
I said I wasn't going to be talking about dating, and here I go.
Because she done got hurt in Panama. Before we go back, shout out to my brother. The Canadian brothers are in the building.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
Black Nubian himself. Shout out to you. Our brother said this. He said she looking for love, desperate getting but despite getting all the messages, these women are delusional. Kevin Samuels told them that we are platinum from the plantation. I mean, from the States. Well, the same place, plantation. He said they still don't get it. They really don't. They really don't. And so this sister here is about to tell her Panama story. She's about to tell her story. Shout out to Jeff being in the building. He said, Black women do not like being used. They can't take it. But then they go to these other countries and get used. And they got to take it. He said, Dre, so glad that you're doing this show. He said, everything that you've been saying is fact. He said, as you know, I'm in PA monthly. So we got a man that's in Panama on a regular. On a regular. He's saying every time that I see an American woman, he said, I immediately go the opposite way. Hey, I'm the same way here in Colombia. The only time you see me speaking to American sisters is during the Afro-Colombian Festival. So because there's so many events that take place, Black heritage events. So you will see me at different some of you brothers, I'll see some of you other brothers at some of those events as well. So it's the main festival in August, every third week of August for the last 40 years here in Cali, Colombia is the Afro-Colombian Festival. Over 600,000 Black people from around the world, right? So you have the main event, but you also have break-off events like a luncheon here or a dinner there, or we're meeting at a lounge here, or the Afro-Colombian business expo there. So it's a lot of off-branch events that take place as well. Like I say, the Afro-Patronio Festival, every third week of August here in Cali, Colombia, excellent celebration, right? And I go to some of them, and a lot of times I see the sisters there. you know, mingling with the Afro-Colombian sisters. So we walk, you know, it's that's the only time I talk to them. That's the only time you'll see me talking to some sisters from the States. Other than that, I don't say nothing to them. I'm just like you, brother. I am just like you. Shout out to my man JC in the building. He said, following a blueprint already established. I know. I know. Yeah, he said 2026 Exodus from the United Plantations of America. Yes, sir, man. Glad to see you guys are here tonight. Let's continue on.
Once again, I met a man out here that I really liked. He's a Black American man.
So she found her a Black American man who she really, really liked. Before I go any further, let me go to my man Marcus. He says this. He said, why can't they get a successful bros at home? Because they done messed it up. They done told, think about it, MAB. What they, let's be honest. What did they tell the men back home? I don't want yous. I don't need yous. I don't want yous and I don't need you. They said we don't need no man. Did they not tell y'all that back home? We don't need no man. We make more money than you. We got more degrees than you. We more successful than you. No, we can raise our babies by ourselves. They don't need no fathers. Right? Let's be honest. Our babies don't need no fathers. I just want to get pregnant. I don't want no husband. I have no problem with being a side chick. I don't have no problem with sharing a man, sharing a baby daddy. They said all that. Good men are simps. Good men are boring, right? They said all that about you. This is why they can't get a man back home in the States. A lot of women can, but statistically, most women can. That doesn't even include all you brothers that went on monk mode. If you knew how many videos I have seen of men with businesses, getting their degrees, nice cars, vacationing. One brother showed his crib. This brother had the ultimate bachelor pad. It was a nice apartment, but this brother, he said, this is what it's like to be single. The peace that you have. You can argue it. He was describing the peace that he had while he was showing you room to room, his home. So you got brothers that have gone on monk mode that's like, listen, I'm just focused on my money, get myself right. When I'm ready for a woman, I'm ready for her, but I ain't about to rush into nothing. Y'all ain't gonna convince me of nothing. So you got all the brothers in the States that they said that they don't want and that they don't need. And then you got the brothers in the States that's on monk mode. It's like, I ain't about to play these games with these women. So they can't do it in the States. So now, and I don't know how delusional, I keep going back to what my brother said. They think we're stupid. If you think that you've chased off the men in the States, how do you think that you're going to come to another country and get us men who have passports as if we don't know what you've been doing back in the States? They really sit back and think that we're going to date them in Thailand. We're really going to date them in Ethiopia. You're going to somehow wake up while you're dating all the beautiful women in Spain and all the beautiful women in Poland, and all of a sudden you're going to wake up and start dating women from the States. After they've ran off most of the dudes that they could have or should have been dating back in the States. That's the part that's crazy. I do not get that part. You're in this dude 22 in the building. He says this. He say, not black. I'm Stella. I got my groove back. I know, right? I'm just saying. And David says this. He said, I don't know if you heard about the sisters who went to Abu Dhabi. I heard about that. Abu Dhabi. And started making and locked their asses up. Lock all three of them up. Yes, they did. And I was so glad. I saw the video. Started making fun of the lady because she was wearing her hijab. I hope I pronounced that correct. And that's the face cover. Just in case you guys are wondering what that is, the woman was wearing her Islamic face covering, and she was eating. So she was lifting the cover up. She would eat her food, and she would put it down when she started chewing. Just nothing. Just super simple. What do these sisters do? For those that haven't seen this, these sisters start pulling out their cell phones, mocking the women, that young lady on the other side that was eating her food, because she was, she would uncover her face just enough to put the food in, and they just cover it. This is how stupid they were. They didn't even wait until they got out the country to even post it. They posted it while they were still in the country. Video goes viral. Police hunts them down, and those three sisters got their ass in jail tonight. They've been in jail for a couple of weeks now, because it's literally illegal to video somebody without their true full consent. And they locked their ass up. Yep. And I was so glad to see it. I hate when people go and see other cultures and then laugh or mock at other cultures just because you don't understand it or you've never seen it in your country. So yeah, they should be in jail. Okay, let's listen to this sister tell her story about two men that she dated. This sister right here, she dated two dudes. And so now she's going to tell her story.
Copying us and traveling and trying to find love overseas.
I said I wasn't going to be talking about dating, and here I go, once again. I met a man out here that I really liked. He's a Black American man. He's my age. Professional brother. Has a PhD, published author and poet. All around nice guy. He wasn't necessarily my physical type, but I was attracted to his mind. First, you have to understand the mix of this community. So I'm part of a group called Blingos, Black Gringos. Those are Black Americans who have left America to come and live here in Boquete, Panama. There's about 200 of us. There are two single.
Said she part of a group called Blingos. That sounds like LGBTQ traveling. I don't think his brother co-signing nothing like that. Hey, are you an expat? Yeah, I'm in an expat group called Blingos. That don't sound like nothing a brother gonna be a part of. And now she with the brother. I got a PhD. She got the PhD brother that does poetry. Oh, okay. Shout to Kane.
Men in that group. And I ran through both of them. The first one I did a post on, he was the dude who got my number off of the WhatsApp app and said I looked familiar, and then he was calling and texting me and eventually asked me out to lunch. During the course of our conversations, I wasn't really thrilled with what he was saying. So I didn't really want to meet him one-on-one for lunch. If you know me, I did not want to be bothered and put on a bra to meet some dude who was always talking left out of his mouth.
She said she didn't want to be bothered by putting on a bra. And this is why they're lonely, not only in the States, but in other countries. And my brother asked a question a few moments ago. He said, Andre, have the prices of gas and food gone up in Colombia because of what's going on in Iran and American war? Nope. Nope. I can use ChatGPT to find out if it has, but as far as I know, not really. Not like the States. Nowhere near that. I mean, inflation happens everywhere, but that's regular inflation. Yeah, she said she did. Did she say she ran through? Hey, I thought the same thing. I was like, did she just say she ran through 2 dudes? And I thought to myself, I say, no, baby, 2 dudes ran through you in Panama. Miss Light Bright, Miss Red Bonetian from the island of Red Bonia. I got the big bowl of popcorn out for you. So you let 2 dudes run through you, stateside. You let 2 stateside dudes run through you in Panama. Them same dudes that probably couldn't even get the coochie from you in the States. Same brothers, huh? Girl, you got this popcorn tasting good tonight. You got this, I ain't gonna lie to you. You let 2 dudes from the States run through you. Miss Island of Red Bonia, Miss Red Bonetian. I know Miss Red Bonetian ain't let nobody run through her. Yes, she did, from the island of Red Bonia. Yeah. Oh, let's go back, see what else she talking about.
So there was a game night coming up, a Blingo's game night. And when he called me and talked about meeting for lunch again, I said, hey, are you going to game night? He said, yeah. I said, oh, well, this will give us an opportunity to meet each other. He said, yeah, cool. I'll buy you a drink. I'm like, okay. So
Facts, Kobe. Facts. Couldn't pay me to date a U.S. woman as an expat.
I do see him at game night. Not only does he not come up to me and introduce himself, he doesn't buy me a drink. The man doesn't stand up the whole night. When I look up, the man is gone. He left without even saying anything. Okay, that was rude. I blocked him. So the second single man in the group, he did a poetry reading. And he interested me. I found him interesting. Again, he's not physically my type, but for women, you get to us through the mind. And he's intelligent. He writes. He's a poet. I was liking him. So I chose to step to him. I reached out to him. I texted him. A little small talk. And then I said, are you single? He said, yes, I am. I said, would you like to meet for coffee? He said, yes, I would. And we did meet for coffee. We had a 4-hour coffee date. We really connected. I enjoyed conversation with him. He said, next week, let's go out to lunch. I said, cool. So he did contact me the following week, and I told him that it was my birthday coming up. He said, may I take you out to lunch for your birthday? I said, sure. So I met him at a Starbucks-style coffee house restaurant, which I thought it wasn't very well thought out, the restaurant, but okay.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that if you was in the States, these brothers can't take you to TGI Fridays? They can't take you to IHOP, Waffle House. They can't take you to Cheesecake Factories. They can't take you to Golden Corral, Cracker Barrel. But when y'all go to other countries, these same American men that you rejected while you were in the States can take you to Starbucks on your birthday? Is this what I'm hearing? They say, yes, we can. Shout out to Roy being in the building. Is this what I'm hearing? Soon as you get out the country, the same American dudes. It's not like it's a foreign dude she's talking about. She's talking about a regular, everyday American brother like the rest of us. These same women told you can't even take them to the Golden Corral. Buffet for buffet. With the good soft dinner rolls. And the gravy. You can't take it to Golden Corral. But then for your birthday, in the States, I mean, in Panama, a man from the States can take you to Starbucks? That's right. Bring the dinner rolls.
I want sex in the kitchen, over by the stove.
I want
you on the counter,
by the butter roll,
hands on the table,
on her tippy toes.
girl. We'll be making love like the restaurant was closed.
No Ruth Chris? She just wanted to be by the butter rolls?
I want sex in the kitchen, over by the stove.
I want
you on the counter,
by the butter rolls.
hands on the table, on your tippy toe, girl. We'll be making love
Like the restaurant was closed. Damn.
And we had a 2-hour lunch. The only reason why we ended up
2 hours in Starbucks? But if she was in the States, they wouldn't even get out the car. They wouldn't even get out the car in the States. Damn.
parting ways is because he had an appointment. He had something to do. So at the end of our lunch, we had a really nice hug. We were like touching each other, decided.
She was horny as hell, bruh. Hey, I have walked this planet for many a moons, like many of you men. Hey, I have walked this planet many a moon, gentlemen. I have never heard a woman brag about the hug. Is it just me? I have never heard a woman brag about the hug. We had a hella hug. You'd have thought that she got the...
I want sex in the kitchen.
That's what she really wanted.
I want you on the counter.
She wanted by the butter rolls,
Hands on the table.
on her tippy toes.
Girl, we'll be making love like the restaurant was closed.
You talking about horny? Man, she said we had a hella hug. Let me bring that back. Shut my mouth, bring it back. Zeta says this. He said, black man, let's take this L. This is a blessing, guys. Seriously, man, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Now I understand the official one. Kobe, when he says, couldn't pay me to date U.S. women as an expat. I get it. I get it. He said, what, Dre? I know. Without getting banned, I know. I know where you're coming from with that, too.
And he interested me. I found him interesting. Again, he's not physically my type, but for women, you get to us through the mind. And he's intelligent. He writes. He's a poet. I was liking him. So I chose to step to him. I reached out to him. I texted him. A little small talk. And then I said, are you single? He said, yes, I am. I said, would you like to meet me for coffee? He said, yes, I would. And we did meet for coffee. We had a 4-hour coffee date.
I thought it was
we really connected.
I thought it was 2 hours. That was 4 hours? At Starbucks. 4 hours at Starbucks.
I enjoyed conversation with him. He said, next week, let's go out to lunch. I said, cool. So he did contact me the following week, and I told him that it was my birthday coming up. He said, may I take you out to lunch for your birthday? I said, sure. So I met him at a Starbucks-style coffee house restaurant, which I thought it wasn't very well thought out, the restaurant, but okay. And we had a 2-hour lunch. The only reason why we ended up parting ways is because he had an appointment. He had something to do. So at the end of our lunch, we had a really nice hug. We were like touching each other, the side of each other's face, and I told him it felt good that he had a scratchy beard, and then I was like rubbing his arms because they're hairy, and I playfully like did like this and peeked down his shirt, and I was like, "Are you hairy all over?" Flirting big time, right? It was nice. I wanted to let him know that I was interested and attracted. So we parted with some very nice hugging and touching, and we talked about dinner the following week. He's in the process of trying to buy a car, but he needs to get a Panamanian driver's license, and it's a very complicated process out here. I happened the next day to find some information about, and literally happened to find it. It came up on my timeline from Panama relocation tours about how Americans can obtain their Panamanian driver's license. So I copied the link, I pasted it into a text, and I sent it to him, and I said, "This is some info that I found today. I thought it might interest you." He left that text on read for a whole day. I saw that he read it the next day, and he never responded, like did not reply at all. Not thank you, not cool, nothing. After about a week of him ignoring my texts, I blocked him because I don't want him to have access to me anymore. I'm not interested in dating him. As a matter of fact, when he ignored my texts, there was actually like a shift in the energy. And I went from thinking he was super cool and attractive to thinking he was lame.
After all of that, you'll say, maybe I'll just give another.
Because he didn't text her, now he's lame. What happened, fellas? Why didn't he text her? For all you guys that know, you know. We know why we don't text females. Because I got another female. Baby, we in Panama. I'm sorry. I got late. Hey, I'm a poet on stage. You saw me on stage. You approached me when I got off stage. That means you ain't the only chick that's all over me. Now, I know you want it, daddy. I know you, listen. I know you want it, daddy. I get it.
You ain't gonna hit no woman in my house.
What woman, sir?
This is a hoe. I understand that's how you want to play yourself. Like, this ain't no woman, this is a...
You ain't gonna hit no woman in my house.
What woman, sir? This is a hoe.
See what I'm saying? That's what it was. You know what that man was thinking?
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for.
You part of the problem. That's why you ain't here to text. You part of the problem. This man was up there poetry night looking at all the hot chicks while he on stage. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that one. Here you go, Miss Redbonian from the island of Redbonia. Here you come, you skinning and grinning with your bright teeth. You just got the teeth done in Panama. Hey, you smiling, right? You think your light skin is worked in the States, your light skin gonna work out of the States, right? You got the baby fro, the cute little baby fro. You ain't got no extensions in your hair, you all natural. So you thinking Mr. Poetry, you know the poet dudes, they always like the natural beauty of the black queens, the poetry dudes. So you thinking it's gonna work. You should have known he wasn't it, baby. I wish I was her brother. I wish I was around. I put up on game. Baby, I'm gonna tell you when men knew he was not interested in you. When that man, get your big bowl of popcorn out for this one. When that man took you to Starbucks for your motherfucking birthday. When that man took you to Starbucks, every man in the world knew that man don't want you. You sat in Starbucks on your birthday for 4 hours with the dude and you lust over a hug. You looking all down the man's shirt. You rubbing on his hairy arm. Oh, you got hair? He a man. Of course he's gonna have hair on his arms. That man saw you was thirsty. He saw you was looking at him like this.
I want sex in the kitchen, over by the stove. I will put you on the counter by the butter roast. Hands on the
Hell yeah.
girl. We'll be making love like the restaurant was.
Yeah, she asking about ass hair. Do you got hair on your ass? Yo, hey, lady, you don't need to know all that. What you doing going down my shirt? Hold up, light break. Come on, Miss Redbone. I know you horny. He probably saw it in her eyes. She sit up there looking at him drooling. The hug, our faces touched. I have never heard in all my years on this planet, this is the first time I ever heard somebody describe a hug. A motherfucking hug. A hug. Could you imagine if you was deep in her? She would be a crier. She would be in Panama. You know how if you ain't never had a crier, you don't get this. But when criers are having sex, when they start crying, and I'm talking about them, dude, you think their eyes was nothing. I kid you not, boy. Them criers, boy, when they cry, I mean, them tears come out. It just, it's so good. Oh my God, I ain't never felt like this before. She sit up there singing like Stephanie Mills. I never knew love like this before. Them criers be like this.
I'm not meant to live alone. No.
That's how they be thinking when you be hitting them. That's what her plan was. I'm gonna let him hit it. He gonna have to be feeling like this.
I'm not meant to live alone. No.
Yep, that's exactly what she was thinking. But at the end of the day, what ended up happening? That Teddy Pendergrass laughing at me. The whole town of Panama City ended up laughing at her because my man ain't text her back at all. Girl, you did too much. You was overkilling. You let that man take you to Starbucks for your birthday? You would have never let that happen in the States? That man knew you wasn't worth his time. Anybody could recognize that. Starbucks? My birthday next weekend. All right, baby. Let's meet up. Let's meet up. She said, well, that wasn't properly planned. You ain't his woman. He in Panama, surrounded with all these Panamanians, and he's a poet too? You know how many women have hit that man up every time he get on stage to tell a poem? You walked right up, you fell for the trap. It's a trap. Shit. The whole town is laughing at you. The whole town. See, I told y'all tonight is a big bowl of popcorn night. I don't know why y'all trying to act funny style. We pulling out the big bowl of popcorn tonight. She catfished herself, Mike. She catfished her damn self, right? Oh my God. Let's continue on.
Other American man a chance, and on your very first date, you'll be polite to the waiter, and when the waiter walks away, the guy you're on a date with will tell you that you were being too friendly and you need to be more mindful of men's intentions. And with that, all I have to say is men ain't shit. Focus on yourself.
1 minute I want to date, and then the next minute I'm like, fuck men. Fuck men. I don't hate men. But, you know, with the climate of where things are with that species, I just be like, fuck men. And I love men. So, do I date or not? Do I get online to date? What's an online website? I've tried Facebook dating. That was terrible. Very terrible. It's one more that I tried. Oh, I think I did Match, the free one, years ago. And honestly, that shit made me call my ex back. I don't need nothing that's gonna make me call my ex back.
Why I will no longer be entertaining the male human species. Number 1, never keeping promises. 2, never meaning what they say. 3, only being nice to people because they want something. 4, only being nice to women they find attractive. 5, not taking no for an answer. 6, bringing up sex immediately. 7, pressuring for sex on the first date. 8, lack of effort. 9, asking me to come over as the first date. 10, poor hygiene. 11, lack of emotional intelligence. 12, lack of financial intelligence. 13, extremely self.
Now notice as she speaks, she's only talking about the men that she is attracted to, and that she has been attracting. This has nothing to do with the rest of us. We just sitting back watching her act a fool about the men that ran through her.
14, extremely misogynistic. 15, going weeks on end with no contact just to get a "what are you doing" text at 10 p.m. 16, STDs, pregnancy. 17, no peace of mind. 18, bad sex. 19, constant criticism. 20, gaslighting. 21, hypocrisy and double standards. 23, making me cry myself to sleep. 23, lying about everything. 24, having multiple women on rotation. 25, introducing the women he's cheating with as friends. 26, always choosing his friends over me. 27, being a cheap ass. 28, being a broke ass. 29, overinflated confidence and sense of ego. 30, fragile ego. 31, jealousy. 32, controlling what I wear. 33, overgrown toddler temper tantrums. 34, not listening.
Uplift your man sometimes, because honestly, you might be the only person pouring into him. People forget that men get tired too. Men get overwhelmed. Men question themselves, but they don't even say it. They just keep.
Oh, before this sister goes any further, shout out to her. The one sister that was just speaking, I had to cut her off. This sister had over 100 on that list. I'm like, we ain't about to sit up here and list 100 things that you complain about us. Or not us, but the men that you were sleeping with. Complain about the men that ran through you on your own time. We are not about to sit up here and listen to you talk about 100 things that you allowed to happen in your life by the men that were running through you. So when you say personal hygiene, those were the men that ran through you. Getting a text at night at 10 o'clock 3 days later, those were the men that were running through you, boo. Everything that you were saying, you're speaking from personal experience, right? Okay, that means that these were the men that were personally running through your life. So the men that got good cologne collections, we ain't attracted to you. Men that have good hygiene, we're not attracted to you. Men that are focused and gentlemen, we ain't attracted to you. So you can come up with this list, 100 things that she had to say. None of them apply to any of us on this live stream.
Uplift your man sometimes, because honestly, you might be the only person pouring into him. People forget that men get tired too. Men get overwhelmed. Men question themselves, but they don't even say it. They just keep going because everybody expects them to be strong. And half the time, you are the only safe space that he have. Not his friends, not his job, not the world, you. So when you speak life in him, it's different. When you tell him you're doing your best, he breathes again. When you say, I'm proud of you, he stands taller. When you remind him who he is, he starts remembering it too. Some men have never had real support. They only hear from people when they fall short, but not when they trying. So if he's showing up, if he's putting in effort, if he is working on himself, baby, uplift him, push him, pray over him, cover him in the areas where life is draining him, because the world won't always clap for him. But you can be the one voice that keeps him from giving up. And the Bible says 2 are better than 1. If either one of them falls, one can help the other up. Be the person who helps him up, not the person who watches him struggle.
When do we get to the point that we forgot that men are human too? Like, why is that such a statement that I continuously hear all the time in videos, response videos, content? Well, men are human too. Oh, I forgot men are human too. Oh, I just thought about the fact that men are human too. Like, what did we think that men were? What were y'all thinking men were? And what made y'all think that they were anything but human too? What made you all think that they did not have feelings, or they're not going through things as well, or they don't have hardships as well? It's not to negate our hardship and the things that we as women go through. But what has led some people to not view men as humans too? That is my question. Because I've just never sat and thought, oh, well, he's human too. He has feelings too. I've just automatically been like, I have feelings, he got feelings. I'm human, he's human. Adam and Eve. I mean, I got issues, he got issues. He has things that he's battling, I have things that I'm battling. I've just never thought about it like, oh man, you know what? He got feelings too. Like, I don't know. Help me to understand. Let's talk about it. Because if that is where we're coming from now, that's where we're starting off. It's a good place to start off, but why are we even there? I feel like we should be farther than that. And if we're not viewing our partners and the men in our lives and men in general as human beings with feelings, with emotions, with hardships, with life, we have an even bigger issue here. And we got to resolve that first before trying to resolve all these other things. Think about it, pray about it. Let me know what you think.
Ladies, if you
So all these people you were fucking overseas, and you just now you come to the conclusion that men ain't shit. You come to the conclusion that men ain't shit after you've been giving that pussy to all these people. You ever thought about maybe you ain't shit? You just a ran through woman who has a bad luck with men, realizing that you are the issue. You can't get nobody in America, and still you bring your goofy ass overseas to get your fuck on, and still you can't find nobody. You are the issue.
traveled anywhere new before, and let's say you meet a really cute guy and he takes you out on the town, he takes you on a date, and it feels like the most amazing time ever. And then you get back to your home country and you don't hear from him. He ghosts you. And you're like, what the fuck happened? Listen up. You have to remember that when you're traveling to a new place, everything to you is new. You're seeing things for the first time through fresh eyes, and everything is going to feel more heightened. You're seeing beautiful architecture, I assume. You're trying new foods. You're probably in awe of like the city or country that you're in, the people, all of the things. And so when you find somebody, a man in this case, that you're like, oh my God, he's so cute. Like, and he takes you out on dates and he's showing you all of the things and he has an accent and whatnot. And like, maybe it's something that you're not used to. You might be thinking like, oh my God, I found the one. Like, oh, maybe I could move here, right? But you have to remember that for him, it is literally just like another Tuesday, okay? He's going to do the same thing with another bitch on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, okay? And Saturday and Sunday. There's no rest for the wicked. I've traveled a bunch.
It's funny how when a woman says I travel a lot, she's fucking. She's getting ran through in all these other countries.
You better believe that these women are not being celibate in all these countries. If they go to 20 countries, you better believe they're getting smashed in at least 11 of them. That's one thing that these women get better at, spreading their legs. I'll say that again. You think that they spread their legs a lot in the States. Boy, once they get to countries that nobody knows them and they know that they can leave, so they can do all the freaky nasty, let everybody bust on their face and won't nobody ever know. They said, I'll never let nobody go in my butt. Everybody going up in their butt now. I kid you not. Anytime you meet with them females that travel everywhere, especially solo, she being ran through. Shout out to my brother Rashid with the $20 love over on the Cash App. He said, I pay the Passport Sisters no mind in Panama. I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. Shout out to you, brother. Let's continue on.
You know, you ain't never gonna know because you don't know these guys. She's in different countries. But when a woman says she travels a lot, she's traveling a lot. She is fucking getting her fuck on. Okay? She is not on some, I'm taking my time just to enjoy the scenery and culture. No, she's getting her fuck on. Women go on dating apps when they travel as well. And it's so funny because you got women like her. These women get ran through in America, and then they go overseas and they continue to get ran through by all these foreign men and still complain about men ain't shit. Not realizing that you are the problem. You let all these guys run through you in different countries, but you want to have the nerve to talk shit about passport bros, saying they're lame. Aren't you doing the same fucking thing? Your goofy ass is over here looking for love, right?
I live in New York now, but I used to live in London. I've dated a lot in London, and I've dated guys from literally so many other countries. You need to use discernment. You also just need to be careful. Always be skeptical and careful. Protect your heart, obviously, but just enjoy the moment that you're in. And if it's meant to be, it'll be, okay? There are plenty of women and men who go somewhere for the first time and actually do find their soulmate, but it might not happen when you go and do it. And that's fine. But I think just accept and be happy with the time and experiences that you've experienced in that place and or with that person, and try to look back on it fondly. I made a video a couple days ago about how I was like, I know my husband is not going to be American. And, you know, there were some women on there who were like, oh, like I traveled and I never got that, or I did, but he never like messaged me back after, like, whatever the case may be. Don't let that get you down. Just, you really have to think about it from this perspective, okay? Visiting a place and living in a place are two completely different things, and you're going to have two completely different experiences when you're visiting a country. And let's say you move there, it might be completely different what you experience.
Story time. Let's talk about dating in Panama because it's real juicy. So me and my friend, we love going to Cascavejo, and I don't really care what anyone has to say. Cascavejo is a vibe. Say what you want. Cascavejo is a vibe. That's a statement that I'm ending right there. There's no ifs, ands, or well, sometimes no, it's a vibe. Anyway, I met this guy. He works at this specific place. I'm not gonna say the place because in Panama small, everyone's gonna know, and you can't be putting two and two together. No. The only place in Cascavejo I'm not a fan of is Tantolo. I don't really like Tantolo. The music's too loud. You can't really sit down because everywhere is like all full, and then like I'm always trying to get in the VIP section, which I do get in the VIP section. But anyway, I don't really like Tantolo like that. I love another place. But there's this guy, he works at this place. Me and him, like, we were like vibing. Like the second day that I went there, no, actually the first day that I went there, there was this guy who's a DJ, and he be playing there like a lot. And I like when he plays. I was like, I want to go when so-and-so goes because I love the type of music he plays because he's cool. And the other guy who works there, I was like, I'm going to get his number. Like, we're going to be a thing. Like, this is going to be my man. I'm going to get a Panamanian. Like, I was so happy. And then
once again, American women thirsty for the Panamanian man. In her case, it was the Panamanian DJ that she was trying to get with.
So we were just like, he gave me his number, but he really wasn't texting me like that. Like, it was like here and there. Like, he was real boring with the text, like real dry. But like in person, he wasn't dry. So I was like, some people are just bad texters. Like, I'm not gonna hold it against him, like whatever. But bro, every time I saw this man, like, I literally used to get so excited when I went to the restaurant to see him. Well, it's not really a restaurant. It's like, I'm not going to tell what it is because, again, Panama small. But anyway, we were vibing a lot, and I really liked him. I thought he was really attractive. Like, he's super tall. I love tall guys. He's just my flavor, okay? But then, like, we stopped texting. So, like, I will only see him when I went to Costa Rica on the weekends, which I was fine with because anytime I saw him, we always talked. We always had a good time. Like, even now I'm teasing because I like him. Anyway, this past weekend, me and my friends are getting ready to go there because sometimes, not all the time, I'll hit him up. I'll be like, hey, I'm coming through. And I had texted him. I said, I'm on the way there, me and my friend. Then he hit me with the, I have to tell you something.
Oh, here we go.
Man, I was like, what?
Man already hit it.
What?
He was already hitting it.
He said,
He was already hitting it. If she coming through his spot with her friend, he was already been hitting it. She feel comfortable with coming through his spot. She about to blow the spot up. He got to tell her the truth. Let's go. I
have a girlfriend. Mind you, me and this man have been vibing, okay? And if he got a girl, I don't know what to say because single. But anyway, I basically was like, hey, that doesn't really bother me out of respect for your girl. Cut from a different, you shouldn't be acting like that.
Let me let it catch up for a second. Let's let it catch up for a second. Yeah, vibing man, he was smashing. Yep, he was smashing it. He said, please. She knew that she wasn't, she knew and she didn't give a damn about his girl. Absolutely correct. And he probably, now, check it out. Shout out to my man Keith Mack in the building. He said, Dre, this issue's good. I need another box of popcorn. Man, we ain't even hit the halfway mark yet. Oh, they coming with the tales to be told. If I'm hitting some coochie, I'm telling y'all for real, this is how I used to do it. Let me know if I'm correct. If this is how you guys used to do it. If I'm hitting some coochie, and then I say, you know what? I got something I need to tell you. What, Andre? I got a wife. Or I got a girlfriend. For Andre, that's the sign of, I don't want your coochie no more. that was my personal sign of, I see the Wi-Fi acting up. I see that. That was my personal sign for, I don't want your coochie no more. I'm done running through you. I don't want to be with you no more. I might hit that was a sign to let them know I might hit it 2 more times. If you leave me now, I wouldn't be upset. That was a sign for if you left me now, I wouldn't be upset. Because if I'm already smashing you and you got the coochie of the month, I ain't gonna tell you nothing about wifey. I ain't gonna tell you nothing about my girlfriend. I'm gonna tell you that now. If we ain't already talked about it. Now, if I already told you from the get-go I got a wife or I got a girlfriend and you down with it, okay, cool. But if I ain't never told you and I done ran through you a couple times, the only reason I'm telling you, this is how Andre think. Only reason I'm telling you, because I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. I might get that coochie like 1 more time if you let me hit it. What you mean you got a wife? Let me suck your dick. See what I'm saying? I might let you give me one more time. But I'm letting you know because I'm done. So if you was to get up out the bed and walk away, I ain't gonna trip. I ain't tripping. It's these. Is it just me, guys? I'm serious. Is it just me? A lot of times you'll tell her, you be like, hey, oh, come on, guys, be honest. Have you not plotted your outs sometime? I'm gonna get out this little situation with little mama. Man, I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna go and tell her about my wife. Hey, little mama, I was married. I was married. What? And she argue and she fuss and cuss and she leave you alone. She block you. Really? That was my plan anyway for the outs. Man, I've used when I was in my first marriage, I used wife for the outs many a day. I'm like, man, I hit this 3 times. The coochie was cool, but I ain't trying to keep. She ain't worth the drive. She's still on the other side of the city. She's still about 45 minutes away. Do I really want to drive all the way to this side of Tampa? And then have to drive back at home. And then the coochie cool. So I would use my wife as an excuse to get rid of her. Hey, I got something I need to tell you. I was married. What? Then they would cuss and fuss. I can't believe I gave you the coochie. Blah, 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 blah. You will never get this again. Yeah, you right, baby. That was my plot and plan. I did that with many a moon. Many a moon. Use wife and girlfriend as your scapegoat. Yeah, I got a wife. You know, I just, you know, I'm trying to be a good man. I gave my life to the Lord 15 minutes ago. I don't want to see you no more. Anytime you tell a man and tell a woman after you done hit it a few times that you got a woman, man, that means that her time is limited in your life. Yeah, I plotted that on purpose. On purpose. I knew you was gonna get mad. I knew you'd get upset. I knew you'd be like, I can't believe you did this to me. Why couldn't you be honest with me? All I asked you to do was be honest with me. See, you hurt my heart. All y'all just alike, blah, 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 blah. I didn't give a damn. I knew all that was coming anyway. I was just trying to get away from the coochie because it wasn't worth my time anymore. It wasn't, hear me out. It wasn't like this was a bad person. It just, the hour drive just wasn't worth the hour drive. Or if she stayed in another city, driving to the other city just wasn't worth driving to the other city. You know, I'd have hit you about 4 times. I'd have ran through that coochie about 4 times. Is it worth driving from Orlando back to Tampa or from Tampa to Orlando? Is it worth, you know, if you're giving fire head, I might hang around for 2 months. But if you just giving me some regular sex, I'm married. I'm married. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm married. T-Mac said the hardest part of pretending that you when you make up this excuse to break it off. We need to talk. We need to talk, girl. You're a good woman. You're a good woman. You deserve. I guess. Yeah, you try to keep a straight face, Drake. Keep a straight face. You deserve a good man in your life. Baby, I'm not talking about me. I got something I need to talk to you about. Serious, for real, girl. Stop looking at me with them pretty Asian looking eyes, girl. And you looking at them breasts and you telling yourself like, ooh, I should hit it one more time. Don't be stupid. Hit it one more time, Dre. No, Dre, the drive ain't worth it. The drive ain't worth it, Dre. I'm married. I got a wife and 3 kids. What, you married? What the hell? Oh my God. No, the fuck you ain't. Da. I was falling for you. I fell for you. I can't believe you. I asked you to do one thing. Protect my heart. Don't lie to me. Be honest with me. Why can't you men be honest? And then instead of cussing me out, She cussed all of manhood out. So all you Negroes get cussed out for what I just did. Why can't you men? Why can't you men? Just be honest. Oh my God, get out. I don't want to talk anymore, just get out. But babe, I did. Andre, get out. All right, I'll leave. I'll leave. No, you can have the toys, baby. I'm gonna leave all the toys with you. The paddle, the blindfolds, the 4 vibrators, the edible panties, the massage, the edible massage oil, the dog collar. You can go and keep all the lingerie. I didn't mean to hurt you, girl. I was falling in love with you and I didn't know what to do. And you walk out that door, you damn near skipping to your car. You damn near skipping to the car. Can't believe that shit worked. You can't believe that shit worked. Yeah, I'm gonna leave all the 3 oils. They take that. I'm gonna need to take that oil at the house. You can keep that. All the take that. And I'm gonna leave 1 pair of socks just in case I need to come back to hit it one more time. Hey, I left a pair of socks at your house. I left a pair of socks. Can I come back and get my socks? It's been 2 weeks. I just want my socks. They're my lucky work socks. And you might go back, get your socks and hit it one more time. But yeah, man, shoot. That's why that DJ told her that he got a woman. Because men, we tell we got a woman when we don't want to be bothered with her no more. That's it. That's it. Yep, leave the hoodie. Leave a hoodie. Leave some plastic forks, something. Hey, did I leave a pack of plastic forks over at your house? I did. Can I get that pack of plastic forks? Hey, I just left some straws at your house. I'm just saying, those important straws to me. That's the last pack of straws I had. Can I come by to get them straws? For real. Yes, sir. With the one Indian tear like the commercial. With that one Indian tear. As you walk into your car, sad and mother, with your head down, you just walk into the car. You look back one good time, one last time. You want to ring on the doorbell. She looking like, Andre, stop, just leave. Because you got to look like you want her back. Bing, 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 bing. What do you want, Andre? Just leave me alone, Andre. Leave me alone. My mama told me to stop fucking with them Andres. They'll do it to you every time. They'll do it to you every time. My mama got her heart broke by Andre. Oh, shit. Let's go back to the video. My mama got her heart broke by Andre. Dre ruined it all for all of us. Why? Yeah, they be like that. Why do y'all men? How the hell do all you dudes get involved in her anger for me? She's supposed to be saying, why did you do that, Andre? No, she's saying, why do y'all men do that? Oh, Corporal said, you always leave with a little something over there to pick up later. Yes, sir. Those plastic spoons were given to me by my grandmother before she. Oh, shit. Yep. Don't be trusting them damn Dre's and Curtises. Yes, sir. Andre and Curtis gonna break your heart every damn time. Oh shit, y'all not lying. Let's go back. Let's bring that beat back a little bit. Oh, she got her feelings hurt.
He was moving single, and again, I'm from a cut from a different cloth. If a guy is moving single, he's single, whether he got a girlfriend or not, because you shouldn't be acting like that if you are in a relationship. You know what I mean? But he was very respectful, and nothing went on with us except this one little thing that if that was my man, anywho, I still respect him. I still fuck with him. I'm still gonna pop up at that motherfucking place. And I did just that night. He told me he had a girlfriend. And I was talking.
Thank you. She still gave him the coochie. She still gave him the coochie. At the end of the day, he still ran through her.
To a whole bunch of guys that night because it went in Costco. Anyway, I met this guy from London. I was talking to him. He was cool. I just saw him staring at me the whole motherfucking night. Like, this man, he eyes me so hard, and that's okay because I be eyeing him too. We be eyeing each other. We there. We locked in, girlfriend or not. We locked in.
So when I lived in Ghana, it was pretty obvious that the women there did not really want foreign women to be dating their men.
Okay, so the sister said she's in Panama right now, right? And she said when she was in Ghana, the local Ghanese women said, hell no, we want you foreign women here dating our men. That's what the sister just said. She's in Panama speaking right now.
And I was talking to a whole bunch of guys that night because it went in Costco. Anyway, I met this guy from London. I was talking to him. He was cool. I just saw him staring at me the whole motherfucking night. Like, this man, he eyes me so hard, and that's okay because I be eyeing him too. We be eyeing each other. We there. We locked in, girlfriend or not. We locked in.
So when I lived in Ghana, it was pretty obvious that the women there did not really want foreign women to be dating their men. And, that didn't stop the men, but it was pretty obvious that they didn't really like, expats to be there dating their men. And so I wonder what that is in Panama. Since I've been here, I haven't even considered dating or, thought that anybody would consider dating me. But I have seen, very few Panamanians dating expats, but I wonder how you guys actually feel about that. Like, you take an expat from the US or Canada or Europe home to your families. What's the perception there? Like, do you really like it or,
Well, when they hit that wall, shout out to the sister, boy, but when they hit that wall is unmotherfucking grateful. That wall does not care. That wall always proves that it has no emotions. That wall is ruthless. My style as a juvenile, hang with a gang, bang in the meanwhile. I mean, that wall is ruthless. They can look one way under 30. Boy, they are completely different species over 30. Goodness gracious. Father Time does not give a dang. Woo. Shout out to my sister, though.
Tell me the truth.
Top 3 icks of Panama City, things that just piss me off. Number 1, la cultura de machismo aquí en Panama. The toxic masculinity culture. I don't know what it is, but guys here in Panama, bro, they suck. And it's like, damn, I don't want to say that, but it's true. A lot of the guys here, they don't like their women to go out to the club. They don't like their women to go out anywhere, really, by themselves. You're expected to comportarse bien, como bien mujer, you know, like keep yourself bien arreglada, but at the same time, stay inside the house, don't really go nowhere, don't have male friends. I hate that.
So, the rose-colored lenses, the glitz and glamour might be gone. So just keep that in mind.
The black girlies need to go out of this country and find
All
their
right,
mate.
so she was in one of my videos I did a reaction to. So she was in LA and she was talking about how she was struggling to get the tech guys to pay for her and pay her bills, and she was moving. Because she says these tech guys are so stingy, they won't give me no money. Okay, now her goofy ass is traveling abroad to try to get that money.
Okay, I'm so for real. If you don't have a travel itinerary for where you want to go this summer, I'm talking about you need to get it together, okay? I have said this before, but I will always say this, okay? The way black women date for marriage is completely a different game than anybody else, okay? The faster you understand this, the better your life will be, okay? I'm so for real. I am so for real. A lot of you are not finding men that take you seriously and respect you because you're only dating in this country. Your husband really might be like literally anywhere else but America. And it's time for you to really sit and pray or figure it out or see for yourself. Taste and see for yourself. I'm so for
Women
real.
don't realize this, like when you have below average women with such high standards, you can't bring that shit to other countries because they're not going to tolerate that bullshit. These women don't realize that you bring your goofy ass to another country with these high ass standards that you had in America, you weren't able to get nobody. It's not going to fly when you go overseas. It's not.
It's sad to see black women not feeling like marriage is for them strictly based off of the environment. Okay? Forgetting their dreams about wanting to be a housewife or a kept woman because it's like, well, I don't have any suitors, Mara. Like, I don't have any suitors. I don't have anyone that's actually taking me seriously. And before you girls come into my comments, okay, please go back to my videos, all right? Especially because on my channel, we date for marriage exclusively, all right? And to be taken care of, dating for ring.
Yeah, that's her thing. That's what she pushes on her TikTok. But she had to leave LA because she said these tech guys are so stingy. They're not giving me no money. She was complaining about how she couldn't get no play in LA with these tech guys. These guys saw right through her and saw that she was a broke woman begging who brings no value to any man's life. Yeah. So you're going to bring your goofy ass to another country with that same attitude? It's not going to work out. These women be getting scammed and shit. You have all these high standards, but you bring your goofy ass to another country and you start giving this motherfucker money like a goofball. They can take their asses over there if they want to, but they're gonna have the same fucking problems.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of men who you can meet at the country club in this country, that you can meet whatever, at the nice high-end bar, whatever they say.
She talking about meeting somebody at the country club in the States while she's rocking those long blue nails. Yeah, this y'all queens, FBA, ADOS, stand up, all you FBA brothers, all you ADOS brothers, the original descendants of slaves, foundational Black Americans, stand up. Come get your woman. come get your woman. She talking about going to the country clubs. Come get your queens to be a vision of loveliness, full of affections and free of infections. Come on, come get your queens to be, FBA. These your queens. FBA, Black love, FBA, ADOS. black love, togetherness. Come get your queen. Come get your queen, bruh.
They don't want to marry you. I'm just being honest. They can drop bans. They can make you their sugar baby.
She's saying that from her experience. In her video about the LA, she was like, I was going to these country clubs, waiting at the bar for someone to talk to me. And yeah, no one was talking to her goofy ass because she looked out of place at a fucking high-end country club. Who's this chick here?
Baby, yes, I said it. They can exploit you. They can take your youth. They can turn you out. They can be white, Asian, black, whatever. I said it. White identifying men. Yes. Okay. They can use you, deceive you, do whatever.
Yeah. So she got ran through by a whole bunch of white dudes in LA.
Yep.
And she's mad that she didn't get compensated for that.
Yep.
She's mad that they didn't pay her for her coochie, for her worn out coochie, that she was just giving it to the highest bidder. She wants to be compensated for her time. That is dating. Women don't want you. They want the lifestyle. They want to be compensated for their time, which makes them a prostitute.
Before she continues on, shout out to Zeta in the building once again. Zeta says, they not ready for what the Latin women put up with. Absolutely correct. If the Latin women in Panama and other parts of South America and Central America, if they are tired of their own men, what do you think you women that are coming from America are going to get? The exact same treatment, if not worse, because they're going to feel like they don't owe you nothing. Shout out to Mrs. Spence in the building. Shout out to Andrea being here. Hope my baby's doing well. Andrea says, shout out to my lovely husband and to the audience. Shout out, Mrs. Spence. We appreciate you being here with this particular topic. Shout out to you. Kobe says, bingo ran through. She was being ran through by white boys in LA, so she decided to get her a ticket and fly to other parts. And now she finding out that them white dudes in Europe running through her too.
Not even really be spending bans. And here you are feeling neglected, discarded. Like, when is it my turn? I've been there. Okay? When I leave this country, I am looked at as an actual woman and an actual human. I'm not looked at like I am some 304. I'm not looked at like...
But you are a 304.
What can I do with Mara to exploit her?
The funny part is, a lot of women think because they're not looked up at as 304s, doesn't mean that they're not 304s. Okay, here we go. One of the things that we do for our brand is content creation, right? If I were to tell you guys, I don't feel like I'm looked up on as a content creator. Does that make me any less of a content creator just because I said I don't think I'm seen as a content? That don't make me any less. I edit just like everybody else. I come on live shows just like everybody else. I go through the ups and downs and ins and outs that the same content creators that all of us go through, right? So just because I think I'm not seen as a content creator doesn't make me any less of a content creator. Just because she doesn't see herself as a lady of the night doesn't mean that she's not a lady of the night. Her behavior proves it. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yes, sir. Shout out to Andre.
When I leave this country, I am literally treated like a palm color girl. I'm so for real. You leave this country as a black woman, you finally understand how these white girls feel when these guys are always looking at them, checking on them, whatever. I'm telling you, a lot of black women are holding on to hope that they can.
And pay attention. She traveled a lot, right? Why isn't she still over there?
Facts. If she says that when she gets to Europe, they treat her like the palm of her hand and not like the back of her hand, how come she ain't get scooped up? She got ran through. Now we know that. But how come didn't nobody keep her? Why is she back in LA? She ain't back there to visit like she Richie Mack. Shout out to Richie Mack, Zoom to Thailand. She back in LA because the dudes in Europe ran through her. And now she's back in LA to basically lick her wounds. This brother's 100% correct.
Why didn't her future husband say, listen, no, don't, you stay here? If she had the opportunity to stay and have a guy fund, yeah, she would have been in that country, but she's still back in America preaching this bullshit. If you had a nigga who really wanted you to be with them and stay, you would have never been back in America.
Facts.
All this traveling for a husband, and you still have to bring your ass back here because you can't find nobody.
I'm the 6'5" blue eye finance bro. But he's not dropping real bands on you, honey. He's not dropping real bands. He's dropping real bands on the white girl that he wants. Which is fine, who cares?
And that's what she was complaining about in her video about LA. It's like, because let me know in the comments in LA, like, do black girls get play like that in LA? I got nothing against black chicks, but like, do they get play in LA? Because
Hey, this question is for you, T-Mac, and all you California brothers. Let me bring that question back so you can hear it. This for all you California dudes.
Find nobody.
I'm the 6'5" blue eye finance bro. But he's not dropping real bands on you, honey. He's not dropping real bands. He's dropping real bands on the white girl that he wants. Which is fine, who cares?
And that's what she was complaining about in her video about LA. It's like, because let me know in the comments in LA, like, do black girls get play like that in LA? I got nothing against black chicks, but like, do they get play in LA? Because
he said, of course, black girls get played in LA. Shout out to T-Mac. He said, not like that. He said, my cousin avoids them. So, hey, you California kings, you guys know. Zeta says in LA word is Latina get the most play in California. I could be wrong. So let us know, guys, who gets the most play in California? Is it the Latina sisters?
Was complaining about these finance bros she's meeting in LA, not giving her the time of day, not spending money. But if your goofy ass goes up to a finance bro begging, why are you confused that he would just ghost you or just go the other way when that's how you're leading the conversation? How much money do you make? I'm looking for a provider. What do you expect? You are a huge red flag and you are just mad at your outcome. Nothing good. Whatever all this preaching you're doing, it's not even working out for you. You're not even leading by example because you don't got this rich guy yet. Preaching this, and you still don't have a rich husband. Giving these women horrible advice. And I was looking at the comments on her TikTok and they're like, yeah, girl, you're so right. It's like the blind leading the blind. She makes no sense. Lead by example, but you don't even have this in your own life.
But he's dropping bans on that. The guy in the country club is dropping bans on the white girl, on whoever else. He might be dropping bans on you, but it's not the same amount of bans. And I need you girls to really lock in with that, okay?
Are y'all trying to, let me know in the comments, are y'all trying to drop bans on her? If y'all were in LA, did y'all drop bans on her in LA? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if y'all dropped bans on this girl in LA when she was there.
It's not me being delusional. I'm telling you, it's not me being delusional. It's not. Okay? Okay? I'm telling you the truth. A lot of these men in this country think that black women are on a discount. That they don't have to do the most for you. Okay? I don't care if you met this dude at the ski club. I don't care what a high-end place, what high-end restaurant, hotel you met this guy at. They still look at you and think that you're on the clearance rack, honey. So when you leave this country and you're actually seen as a real woman, okay, as a woman that's, oh wow, like I desire her, she's everything and more, and you're actually treated like someone that, like a real wife, okay, with real respect, it's a different experience. And I stand on that 10 toes down. So my international trip is almost coming to an end, and for those of you girls who know, I pretty much booked a 2-week vacation for my birthday. I really wanted to date abroad. I wanted to do, of course, other things, but dating was on my priority list because I'm dating.
She didn't go there to enjoy. She went there looking for a husband instead of enjoying her birthday. You see how desperate women get? I called this out in her video. I was like, if she can't get a rich dude, she gonna move somewhere else and try to find another rich dude. But she, instead of going to Miami or New York, she brought her ass to a whole different country.
For her birthday. That's just as bad as the one chick that with the 4-hour date in Panama at Starbucks for her birthday.
Thinking that it's gonna be different.
Marriage, and you never know where your husband could be, so hello. But anyway, I just feel like I have had the best time, but also in the midst of me having a really good time, I have grieved so much on this trip, and I've grieved because I really just feel like Black women do not know how much they're actually valued outside of America. Like, if you just date in America for enough time, like growing up there and just realizing no matter what big city, it's always such a freaking numbers game. It's so exhausting, and you're still kind of ending up in these circles, and you're still constantly being told some way, somehow to settle. When you want lifestyle, when you want a man who's going to provide for you, somehow you're still always being told to settle compared to your counterparts. I just finally felt like, wow.
Does she not realize that there are some white women who are doing 50-50 with their husbands as well? She thinks all these other races are just living a soft girl life. Most couples are doing 50-50. But she lives in La La Land.
Yep.
I've met men who are my type. My type likes me back here. Hello? I love the fact that the energy was given. All right.
She just got fucked in these countries. That's why she's coming back, because she ain't gonna talk about, yeah, I found someone who wants to date me seriously and I'm gonna extend my trip and stay longer. No, you got fucked, and he's gonna fuck the next American chick who comes his way.
Yep.
On vacation.
Despite time zones, prior to me arriving, men were still on top of the communication. It's the fact that, girls, when I tell you the way that I cried in front of one of these men on my roster here, the way I cried in front of him twice.
And she had a roster, fucking all these dudes on her roster looking for a husband. Proves our point, man. Women always have a roster.
I was just so overwhelmed by like the energy and like how I felt is real. Like, you girls don't understand. Like, I'm trying to put into words, and I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's almost just kind of like, what am I going home to? I honestly feel like dating in America for Black women.
Then stay in that country.
Seriously.
But your goofy ass can't afford it. Why am I coming back? Then stay. You're talking about stay in that country. Stay.
And nobody wants her to
that
stay.
nigga she was fucking ain't trying to wife her up like that.
Yep.
And this is across the board with my friends, etc. I feel like you're always like playing Monopoly. You're always playing a game of dice. It's always such a gamble, and it's just so frustrating and so annoying and truly exhausting. And that's why it can just feel like dating is such a chore compared to how it's supposed to feel. And dating's supposed to feel fun. Dating's supposed to feel lighthearted. You're supposed to be able to like have game and flirt and, you know, truly have fun.
No, I know she's in Europe. I've seen some of her videos before. So she's definitely 100% in Europe. I forget if it's Italy, France, or Spain, right around that area. She's in Southern Europe for the most part. She's not in Portugal. It's between Spain, France, and Italy. And if I'm not mistaken, it might be Italy. And she comes across from her content as a female that flies back and forth to let the same dudes run through her. It's not like she's picking up some new dudes on her roster. She knew to flew there for her birthday because she knew that the same dudes from her roster would run through her and throw her a few dollars for her birthday. That's what it was. No, she's not Dubai now. No, she's in Europe. Yeah, I've been following her content off and on for like, for me watching and researching all these videos. I've been following her content for a while. She's not in Dubai. She acts like it.
Doesn't feel that way, and it hasn't felt that way for me almost ever when I have dated in America. And I'm just telling you girls the truth. For you, it might not be Europe, it might be Asia. For some of you, it might be Latin America. I don't know, but I just suggest leaving America. That's right, passport girlies, that's correct. And going where you are celebrated, where men actually want to provide for you, where men actually are excited to see you, they're excited about your aesthetic, and that's what I want for Black women. That's what I want. That's what I want for all of you and myself. It's the fact that with roster dating, you can literally go on like 20 dates and not even vibe with anybody.
And get fucked 20 times.
It's so freaking exhausting, right? I'm like, okay, well, I'm going on, let's say, like my top 4 dates, and there was a vibe, like consistently, which also freaking shocked me, because I'm like, do you know how hard it is? Like, do you girls know how?
She was probably acting so desperate and putting these people on pedestals, and they saw right through her. They saw her as easy pussy while she's on vacation.
How difficult it is to actually have like banter and flirtation, and the guy's your type and he wants to take care of you. I mean,
if he wants to take care of you, then why are you coming back to America? She's capping. He just said that to get some pussy.
Yep.
Just pisses me off. Like, I feel like I'm most likely about to have a breakdown in front of my top contender before I leave this airport. And he knows it too. He knows I'm emotional. And, of course, stay in touch, yada, yada, yada. But my point is,
And this is just easy pussy for these guys, these desperate American women coming. Just easy pussy.
We'll be doing weekend trips in Europe from here on out. Forget about doing weekenders in Miami, New York City.
And how is she going to afford doing weekend trips all the time in Europe? She does not have the money for that unless she's selling pussy in LA. Unless she's selling pussy in LA, which there ain't no telling.
I'm spending the same amount of money, honestly, that I would have spent if I just took a 4-day trip to Europe and took a red-eye flight. That's my conclusion, girls. And I don't know what else to say, and I'm probably going to be crying after this video. That's how it is, girls.
She's probably going to be crying after this video. How is it that she's been bragging on European men for the last 10, 15 minutes, convincing women to become passport girlies, right? Talking about how she's got a roster. She was talking about her top 4 dates that she had. She said that, hey, it may come to a point where she is doing every other weekend or weekend trips to Europe. And then she said, after the video, I might be crying. What? What? So these dudes had you doing some stuff that you're ashamed of. That's what it is. You're ashamed of yourself. And now you want other women to join the reindeer games, poor Rudolph. Yeah, seriously, brother. Seriously.
So I've been living abroad for the past year, and I've been living in Asia for months, and I've been living in Thailand probably for about a month and a half. Why are you women coming here and looking for a man? I will never understand, especially in places like Pattaya, Thailand, in places like Phuket, Thailand. These places that are known for SMEX tourism, especially Pattaya, but really a lot of places in Asia that are unfortunately known for that. And you bring yourself out here and start looking for a man. I don't understand it. I don't quite understand it.
Hey, sister, we've been saying the same thing for years. We have been saying the same thing for years. Why is it that women are flying behind men to chase you guys all the way to Southeast Asia, knowing that you don't want to even see them while you're in Southeast Asia, but yet, hey, they feel they're going to try anyway. They're going to try to get your attention anyway.
When I got here, because I knew the history and the background, I was expecting to meet women like me that were like, hear me roar, death to the patriarchy, we don't care, like F misogyny. I was expecting to meet those types of women who make men and dating a back burner discussion. Like, if I get around to it, I do, but really my sole focus is this abundant life that I'm creating for myself. That's what I was expecting to see. But instead, I am met with lots of foreign women who are looking for men, like they're looking for their same demographic of men way out here in Thailand, in Pattaya, where they are known to be selling
whatever. You can try to put people down, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to be bothered with you, ladies. King Pure Energy in the building. He says this. He says, these women that run to these other countries are just running away from actually doing the work in a relation. I thought about that earlier. I swear, bruh, you hit the nail on the head. They will rather follow you guys than to do the work. The work of even asking themselves, why is this happening? What can I do to prevent this type of behavior happening, or these type of results that I'm having in the States? Let's put it like this. Let me rephrase that. A lot of these women are following you guys, following us to other countries, instead of putting in the work of asking certain questions to get certain answers. Am I not accountable? Do I bring anything to the table other than sex? Am I argumentative? Can I be as submissive as an Asian woman? Can I cook like a Latina? Do I believe in family dynamics like a Brazilian? Can I be there for my man on a spiritual side like many women on the continent of Africa? They aren't asking themselves these questions before they even get on a plane. They just take no accountability in the States, then fly to other countries and then pretend to be so surprised that they're getting the exact same results that they got in the States. And the worst part is exactly what you said, Bronx, and they just don't care. They just don't care. Yep. They just following cats. Yep, they're just following cats. They don't care and they just follow cats. He said, yep, the blueprint is there for them, but they're stuck on delusion. 1000% correct. Run away from doing the work in relationships with an average man, just an average dude of responsibility in the U.S. Instead of doing the work in the U.S., humbling themselves and say, you know what, you men were right. Let's work together. Let's do this 50-50, or let's do this 100 You do 100% of what needs to be done outside the house. I'll do 100% of what needs to be done in the house, and we can make this work. None of that. They would rather just buy a flight ticket and then be frustrated when they get to Panama or Thailand or any other country. And here's the part. This is the part that just hurts their soul. It's one thing for them to be in the States and they see that you guys aren't in relationships because you're in monk mode and you just focusing on your money. So you're not in relationships in mass numbers. They don't want to take accountability. So they aren't in relationships. So at least when they look over at you, while in the States, while on the plantation, you ain't got much going on either. Yeah, you got a few chicks here and there, but we ain't married, you ain't married either. So they cool with that. Boy, when they get to these other countries and they see you smiling, and they ain't never see you cheesing and smiling in the States. You ain't never smiled like this when you were with them in the States. Now you walking down Thailand, you got on your arm this beautiful Thai woman, this beautiful, and you just happy as can be. You at peace, you looking good. They looking at you like, why all these American men in other countries look like they lost weight and they looking good? Because you're eating healthier foods, you get more exercise in, because you're walking here and you're walking there. And they looking at y'all like, we want to date you too. Can I have some of what she's getting? Can I have some of what the Colombian woman get? I want some of you too. I see that you lost 20 pounds. I want some of you too. I didn't know you had that much money saved. I want some of you too. I didn't know you were marriage minded. I saw you down here in Brazil. They made it seem like in the States, they make it seem like you were just partying. Now I live in Brazil with you. I see you with all these beautiful women. Can I get what the Brazilian woman is getting from you? Can I get that? Now they want you. Now that they see that the other women in other countries are happy with you, you're smiling, you're healthy, and you're at peace. Now they want you. We don't care, but now they do. Let's continue on with the last bit of the video.
Men crave sex and not relationships because outside of sex, a lot of women don't have anything else to offer.
Let that sink in. Men crave sex outside of relationships because outside of sex, most women on the plantation have nothing else to offer.
Outside of the 1% of millionaire men who have money to throw down the toilet, most men need you to bring more to the table than looks and your body. Now, as a woman myself, I don't know why the female population find this so offensive. We are in a day and age where we all want to make it, but making it is so hard. Between governments, potential wars, cost of living, that big gorilla guy that dances on the internet, life is tough.
The same dude that we were talking about that's cooning. We talked about black men, the difference between black people and ninjas. And we showed his video yesterday. The dude that be cooning at the restaurants, that be dancing all around. The bodybuilder dude that be making all them crazy moves and everything. That's what she talking about right now. Everybody is tired of that dude. Everybody is tired of that dude.
Have anything else to offer. Outside of the 1% of millionaire men who have money to throw down the toilet, most men need you to bring more to the table than looks and your body. Now, as a woman myself, I don't know why the female population find this so offensive. We are in a day and age where we all want to make it, but making it is so hard. Between governments, potential wars, cost of living, that big gorilla guy that dances on the internet, life is tough. And what men want to do, like any normal person would want to do, is select a partner that they can go through life and build success together. And I continue to be surprised with women who are offended when men want to build with a woman who equally contributes to the relationship. Now, I don't know if it's the word equal that's throwing you off, but to define it, equal does not mean the same. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting a man who goes outside to work and is the breadwinner. However, you need to add value to help him be able to do that. If you want him to focus on making money, you have to then pick up the slack in the other areas that allow him to focus on that task that is so important to you. Next, most men are boys, basically. They like fun, they like play, they like enjoyment, which is why they love their boys. A lot of women are so boring. Oh my God, you lot are boring. You lot don't have much to talk about. You don't have much value to add to a conversation. You can't talk about serious subjects with a serious point of view. I was going to say all you know is City Girls and Casamigos as a joke, but is it true for some people? And what I found is a lot of times the bad girls have the personality. The bad girls, as men quote them. We're all people. Yeah, so the bad girls know how to have fun, joke around, play, hear certain stories, have their feedback, just have a friendship vibe. If you notice, a lot of guys' side piece, no disrespect to side pieces, is that like bad girl because they have fun. That's actually their friend. And this is a double-edged sword that swipes men on the way back because men want to swing so hard for this virtue thing. And I do agree that we should, respect ourselves and respect our body. But what ends up happening is they end up picking the good girls, the fresh girls that don't really have any personality other than their virtue. And it's all fun and exciting while they're chasing this girl down. But when they've locked them down and they realize this girl is bad at sex, this girl doesn't have any other interests, possibly apart from church. This girl doesn't really listen to music. So we share no common interest. So a lot of men are in relationships with good girls who they begin to despise because the girl's so boring. So ladies, to really make a mark and really get what you want in this game, you have to strike the balance of being someone who respects herself, is respectable, wants to be a person that adds value in life and wants to succeed in her own area in life, whether that's inside or outside. I'm not saying you have to go and be a career woman, but balance that with also just being someone who has your own interests, your own thoughts, your own opinions, because what you're hoping to do is build a home essentially with someone, and that home has to be a happy home. That a happy home cannot be built on virtue. A happy home cannot be built on a man paying all the bills. Those are just kind of processes that occur in your home. A happy home is one where two people are friends and they are able to go through and navigate life together with their friendship. So if you feel like as a woman you don't have much personality, start working on it. If you are a woman that has maybe given yourself away too freely in the past, start working on your own self-love and your own self-respect. And I'm not even saying these men are the prize, but the reality is we are in the dating game and everyone can front. Men front F these women, women front F these men, but everyone wants to be inside. That's one thing I've realized. A lot of women and a lot of men want to be in a relationship where they can just come off the streets and go home. And to do that, we all have to compromise. Anyway, like I always say, there's always an exception to the rule for best results, assuming it's not you. Mwah.
All right. And that was tonight's show. Yes, sir. So, sisters, I was about to say something, but it wasn't going to be true. It wasn't going to be true. You aren't going to go back to the States like you're supposed to. You aren't going to appreciate the men back in the States like you're supposed to. You're not going to get the results that you're looking for in these other countries when it comes to relationships. So y'all might as well focus on your spirituality, your health, if you get a chance to get something every once in a while, get some sex every once in a while, okay, gotcha. But at the end of the day, ladies, it's a wrap. You cannot avoid the winter. You cannot avoid the winter. The winter that Kevin Samuels told you about when you were in the States, that winter is still following you. That winter is global. He wasn't just talking about women in the States, that you can escape the winter. Winter is coming. That winter is global for a lot of you American women that have decided to leave the States as if you can avoid it. You might as well go ahead, buy you a pet while you're in another country, get you a cat, and yet and still buy a dog, because it looked like many of y'all might die alone. And so I appreciate you guys being here. Yes, sir, Jamon, another great show. We had a good time, a great evening. Let me do the outro video. Tomorrow's going to be a good one. I'm excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow is very important. I think we're going to do that show tomorrow right around 8 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be a little later show. This show is about to encourage men over 40 and 50. A lot of guys feel like that they've passed up the window of success. I want to say this again. This is very important. A lot of us men over 40 and 50 years old feel like we've passed up our window to succeed sometime, whether it be to travel somewhere, whether it's, it might be too late for me to have kids. It might be too late for me to have marriage or a girlfriend. It might be too late for me to get to this economic level that I was thinking about. Statistically, you're wrong. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about that you men over 50 have a chance to succeed in life twice the times the amount of men in their 30s. We have been programmed in the United States to think that this planet or life is a young person's game. And statistically, it's actually an older person's game. Statistics show, for example, the average person succeeds in their business ventures, even if it's their 5th business venture, between the age of 45 and 55. Men tend to focus on their health over the age of 40. So you think that fitness and healthy and going to the gym is a young guy's game. Not really. In many countries we go to, yeah. But in the States, you'll notice like dudes over 35, 40, 50, 60, even 70 are in the gyms focusing on their health, drinking water, detoxing. It's men over 40 that have a tendency of focusing on their spiritual side a little bit more seriously. So we're going to take time out tomorrow, man, and talk about 7 areas that men in their 40s and 50s accomplish a lot more of than men in under 40 years old. I like how one guy we're going to hear from tomorrow, he talks about when I was in my 20s and 30s, the network that I have can compete, can blows out the network I didn't have in my 20s and 30s. In your 20s and 30s, you got your friends and your buddies. You don't even use the term network. He says, if I need somebody to take care of business over here, I got somebody in my phone, in my network. If I need some assistance on how to understand that, I got somebody in my phone, in my network. If I need somebody to help me out with my car in regards to this, I got somebody in my phone, in my network. He said, but in my 20s, I ain't had no network. I got my buddies, my partners. He said, but you don't think about having a network. That's just one area that men over 40 have the advantage of. No matter where you go as travelers, for the most part, there's somebody there that you can network with. So tomorrow's episode is dedicated to the celebration of the success of how to succeed. And even we're going to talk about men over 40 in tech. So all you guys that are doing Theo's classes and you're over 40 and over 50 years old, we're going to also encourage you with letting you see all these dudes that's succeeding with gray hair, just like we do. Shout out to all you guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My brother said, no lie. He said, I couldn't bench 340 pounds until I was 45 years old. We're going to see some amazing things. And this is the funny part. Statistically, everything that I just said is not an anomaly. It's not a rarity. Everything that I just said about men over 40 and over the age of 50 is the norm. We're going to talk about some norms about men that are over 40, over 50 years old. I kid you not, it's going to blow you away how many men have walked into their successes over the age of 40, over the age of 50. Yes, sir. You get stronger as you get older. Absolutely correct. Let's do some outros, gentlemen. And tomorrow I'm going to have some new outros, so I'm excited about that. Let's do the blazing tonight.
We can do better. We could be chasing dreams. We know what's right, and we know how it feels. Yeah, we can do better. We can make a change for real. Yeah, we can do a lot better. We can be facing fears. We know what's up, and we know how to get there. Yeah, we can be stars. We can be the best. Just put us to the test and we'll show the world there's another way. If we just try a little every day, we can make it better. We can do better. We can be setting goals. We understand right down to the soul that we can do better. We can have a heart of gold. So let's step it up. Step it up. Step it up. We could be making moves. We know what time it is, and we know just what to do. Yeah, we could be on